And welcome to tonight's installment of the Extermatech Pest Control Game of the Week on the Montgomery Sports Network. The Montgomery Sports Network is your destination in the river region of Alabama for the best high school sports coverage. From live broadcasts to full games to on-demand replays to game highlights, it's all right here on the Montgomery Sports Network. Tonight, we are at Ragsdale Boykin Field here in Montgomery for a Class 4A matchup between Alabama Christian and Trinity. Before we start off the pregame show and get to the keys to tonight's game, here are a few words from our sponsors.
Extermatech Pest Control is a small, passionate, and powerful team. If you have bugs bugging you, join the Extermatech family and have peace of mind that comes from the expertise of a professional company and enjoy their personal service. Extermatech is locally owned and operated. They've been bugging the competition for over 15 years. Each and every customer is important to them. Customer service, their number one goal. Call Extermatech 334-209-4590.
Montgomery's new at-work station is 96.1 KISS FM.
Hey, soul sister, ain't that Miss
The biggest and best playlist and long sets of non-stop music.
But I'm not crazy, I'm just a little unwell.
96.1 KISS FM.
Send my love to you,
Just the music you know and love.
don't stop.
Montgomery's new at-work radio station.
Kiss FM.
It was 1917. Charlie Chaplin appeared as the Little Tramp, Walt Disney graduated from high school, and Woodrow Wilson was reelected president. And in Montgomery, Chris's sold their very first hot dog. Move forward to the 1950s. Hank Williams was hanging out at Chris's. Up through the 70s and 80s, many stars and politicians discovered Montgomery's little secret. Jump ahead to the new millennium. Riverwalk Stadium, the alleyway, and the new downtown. It's now 100 years later, and Chris's is still serving their world-famous hot dogs at 138 Dexter Avenue. How long has it been since you've tasted the city's most famous hot dog? Make Chris's part of your family history. Still family-owned and operated, Chris's makes every hot dog and hamburger to order. Take Chris's to your next party or event. Call-in orders are welcome. Online at chrishotdogs.com and on Facebook. Chris's Famous Hot Dogs. Taste the tradition.
Experience the history of the first country music superstar and see how Hank Williams transformed country music and sowed the seeds of what was to become American music. Visit the Hank Williams Museum, nestled in historic downtown Montgomery, Alabama. The Hank Williams Museum is one of the top tourist attractions in Alabama. Museum hours are 9 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Monday through Friday, 10 to 4 on Saturday, and 1 to 4 on Sunday. And they offer group rates, AAA, and military discounts. If you're injured on the job, the law requires your employer to pay your medical expenses and cover your lost wages for any work-related injury. Employers and their insurers often try to deny workers' compensation claims or limit your benefits. Whether you're totally disabled and cannot work or if you've suffered some impairment, attorney Matt Matthews has years of experience litigating. For more information, go to the website protectingalworkers.com. That's protectingalworkers.com.
And welcome back to the Montgomery Sports Network. You're watching the Hank Williams Museum pregame show live from Ragsdale Boykin Field here tonight, where Alabama Christian is playing a Class 4A Region 2 game against the Trinity Wildcats. My name is Kane Young. I'll be your play-by-play announcer, and our color commentator tonight is Darryl Dapprich. Darryl, good to have you here again.
Great to be here. You know, this has just got a different feel to it tonight. We've really enjoyed the games that we've broadcast. But, you know, this is the first time where you really got a rivalry, capital city teams, 15 minutes apart from each other, long historical rivalries, kids that grew up playing sports together and youth sports and recreation, and that's why it's just got a whole different feel to it tonight, because a lot of these teammates and a lot of these kids playing against each other, going on opposite sides, know each other, have played against each other for years, and that's what makes this special. You can tell this atmosphere is a little bit different tonight.
Yeah, these two schools, same region. Class 4A Region 2 here, Alabama High School Athletic Association. They are just separated by a few miles here on the east side of Montgomery. We expect a heated contest between these two schools this evening as they are longtime rivals. But before we get into all that, let's thank our sponsors tonight here on the Montgomery Sports Network. First, we'd like to thank our title sponsor, Extermatech Pest Control. Locally owned and operated, Extermatech Pest Control is a small, passionate, and powerful team voted the best in Montgomery. If you have bugs bugging you, call Extermatech. They've been bugging the competition for over 15 years. Call 334-209-4590. ProtectingALWorkers.com, another one of our fine sponsors. Workers' compensation attorney Matt Matthews has many years of experience litigating workers' compensation cases in Alabama. If you are hurt on the job, he can help you get the benefits you deserve. Visit ProtectingALWorkers.com or call 334-721-4878. We also like to thank the Hank Williams Museum. This 6,000 square foot museum is located at 118 Commerce Street. You can take a step back in time and learn about the musical history and life of a Montgomery man who is known as the legendary singer Hank Williams. Browse the largest gift shop, and groups are always welcome at the Hank Williams Museum. We'd also like to thank Chris's Famous Hot Dogs in downtown Montgomery. Chris's is celebrating its 101st year in business in the capital city, just down the street from the Capitol building at 138 Dexter Avenue. Chris's Famous Hot Dogs taste the tradition. Call orders in advance 334-265-6850. And we'd also like to thank Mid-State Burglar Bars and Ironworks. Mid-State Burglar Bars and Ironworks is a local owned and operated business. They have been in business since 1985 and serve Montgomery and all the surrounding counties. They build and install burglar bars, AC guards, storm doors, and more. Make sure to check out their decorative handrails. It's a work of art. Their philosophy is being honest, dependable, fair-priced, and to treat each customer with respect. Call Midstate 334-313-9015. And here's Dara with the rest of our sponsors.
American Oak & More. They're committed to offering exceptional furniture at affordable prices. American Oak & More's friendly staff will help you locate exactly what you're looking for. From patio, mattresses, dining, bedroom, living room, entertainment consoles, youth, occasional furniture, and more. Voted best in Montgomery, you don't pay with fake money, so don't settle for fake wood. Call 334-277-7793. La Zona Rosa Hillwood Mexican Cafe, located at 2838 Zelda Road, minutes from downtown Montgomery. They are one of the area's finest Mexican restaurants. From their great lunch selection and value to the tablecloth and candle evening atmosphere for dinner, La Zona Rosa has something for all. Dine in or carry out available. Call 334-274-1153. Industrial Specialty Company Incorporated. Since its inception in 1974, Industrial Specialty Company has built an international reputation as a premier provider of high-quality, precision machine parts and assemblies, custom designed and fabricated industrial equipment, fixturing, tooling, aluminum anodizing, and military spec painting. Every operation necessary in creating a part is completed under one roof, enabling them to control each project each step of the way. Their one-stop shop organization greatly simplifies client purchasing efforts and significantly reduces costs and lead times of products. Visit their website, www.industrialspecialty.com, or call 334-277-2224 to learn more about ISCI. And our media partner, the stations of Blue Water Broadcasting, News Talk 93.1, KISS FM, 97.9 Jams, Bama Country 98.9, Yo 100.5, Classic Country, The Possum 104.9, The Gump, and 107.1, The Vault. They are local folks helping local businesses. Call them today and let them help your business at 334-244-0961. We want to give a big thank you to our sponsors. We could not do this without them. Please support them and tell them the Montgomery Sports Network sent you.
And we thank all our sponsors here on the Montgomery Sports Network. I'd like to remind you that you can follow us on Facebook, like us there on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter at MyMGMSports. You'll also find us on Instagram. You can search YouTube and search Montgomery Sports Network. You can find all the games. This one live right now. If you have a Roku Smart TV at home, you can watch us on the big screen. You can also find the archive games we've had from last night over at Crampton Bowl and up in Clanton earlier this year. So, Darryl, this 4A matchup between these teams, Trinity and Alabama Christian, no strangers to each other. They've been playing for several years. It just so happens this time they are in the same region.
Well, you know, the word backyard brawl gets thrown around a lot, and this truly is. As we mentioned earlier before we went through our sponsor reads, a lot of these kids know each other. They've played each other for years at the youth level in different sports. A very long historical rivalry. They used to be in different classifications at times, but they would still play because they were part of the Capital City Conference, and they would play each other because they're only 15 minutes down the road, and that's very convenient for athletic directors for travel budgets and those kind of things. So they've known each other. I mean, Trinity has really dominated this rivalry except for the last couple of years.
Yeah, they lead the all-time series 24-7. Trinity had won 7 games in a row against Alabama Christian. I lost power there for a second. I'm sorry, but as we were saying, Trinity has led this series 24-7 overall, and they had won 7 in a row up until 2 years ago when ACA won, and then last year AC won again 35-21. So they're trying to get a little 3-game streak going here this evening as both teams open Region 2 play, trying to get off on the right foot. Last year, Alabama Christian had one of their best seasons in recent memory. They started out 7-0, and then they had some injuries down the stretch and struggled the last couple games.
Well, they were going to be a force going into the playoffs. They were definitely a favorite to go deep into the playoffs, and then they came back this year with a lot of anticipation, a lot of very, very high expectations. They ran into a very tough SAC squad who was just, I think they were 13-1 last year, the real deal. So, this team has still got a lot in front of it. Trinity struggled early, 0-2. Alabama Christian came back with a nice win against Pike Road last week. We'll talk about some of the keys of the game with some depth, some issues that they have. But both of these schools, we talked about it last night with Park Crossing and Dothan. Same thing with Alabama Christian and Trinity. You want to get off, and especially in a rivalry game, and this is a rivalry game, make no mistake about it. You want to get off on the right foot and get a game up on your opponent.
So you're watching the Hank Williams pregame show here, the Hank Williams Museum pregame show on the Montgomery Sports Network. So we're going to look at our keys to the game this evening. We're going to start out here with Alabama Christian, and let's talk first about the solar eclipse that may or may not happen tonight, Darryl.
Well, Reese Solar makes this offense go, and he absolutely went off against Pike County the last time they played. We accounted for both touchdowns. He's the leading rusher for Alabama Christian. He's the leading passer for Alabama Christian. They've got a couple other keys. Jackson Hibbard's a good back. Jalen Clark's a good receiver. But this team starts and ends with Reese Solar. So what happens if defensively a team shuts him down? How does ACA account for that? How do they adjust to that? If somebody is able to stop Solar, how are they able to find other weapons to step up? So far, it's been his team, his show. That's going to be key, especially if they want to advance in the playoffs.
And our second key tonight, we'll talk about the defensive depth for Trinity. They've had some issues there, for Alabama Christian, but even though their defense has played really, really well to this point.
Well, they've got a three-headed monster on defense. Garrett Cottingham, a returning senior, really a big-time defensive player. He broke his collarbone against Pike County. Talked to his mom pregame. Good news is he's going to be back for the last 3.
And we'll talk about the Trinity Wildcats now for their keys to the game. For Trinity, they come in here with a record of 0-2 so far, and the first key we'll talk about establishing an identity. Coach Ragsdale was the legendary coach here for a long time, but now in his second season, his head coach Barry Loyal And so far, the Wildcats have gotten out to a slow start this year.
Yeah, you want to establish your own identity. You definitely want to create your own legacy. It's very difficult to step into the shoes of a Randy Ragsdale, especially when the field's named after him. And he has all the accolades and it warrants all of it. He was a fine coach, a fine leader of men, a legend here. You come in, you struggle with 4 wins your first year. This year you start off 0-2. The expectations, the bar is high. And so they've really got to worry about that. That's something to get added onto their plate for Trinity is how they adjust to that and the high expectations, but trying to create your own identity and establish that.
Yeah, Coach Ragsdale, 2000 state champs in 2003, won several region titles here, several deep runs into the playoff, and those are definitely big shoes to fill. Second key for Trinity, find some offense. So far, they have not put the ball in the end zone on offense. They had the one defensive touchdown last week, but they have struggled to move the football so far this season.
Yeah, through their first 2 games, 7 points. That was on a defensive touchdown. So you typically don't see that from a Trinity squad. They really have traditionally been good running the football. They've had a balanced attack when Trotman was the quarterback, and now they're struggling. They're struggling to find offense. They've played 2 quarterbacks. We'll talk about that, but they have played Chandler and John David Bonner to try to get something going. And when you're doing that, you're searching. And they're definitely searching for an offensive identity, and they're searching to put points on the board. If they can't score in the 20s tonight, my prediction is it's going to be a long night for the Wildcats.
Yeah, and last week against Andalusia was a very good team, and there was some weather issues there, but Trinity only had 26 yards rushing and a total of 107 in the game. They're definitely going to need more production there. And the third key for the Wildcats, same as ACA, the heat factor.
Yeah, I mean, you look at rosters, similar sizes, but attrition. Did anybody come out of their games last week with any injury problems, which is going to definitely help depth or hurt your depth. And in a night like tonight where you're going to have to play a lot of people, a lot of bodies because of the heat, that's going to be key.
So once again, you're watching the Hank Williams Museum pregame show here on the Montgomery Sports Network. We're going to take a quick timeout, get a word from our sponsors, and be back in just a moment.
Experience the history of the first country music superstar and see how Hank Williams transformed country music and sowed the seeds of what was to become American music. Visit the Hank Williams Museum, nestled in historic downtown Montgomery, Alabama. The Hank Williams Museum is one of the top tourist attractions in Alabama. Museum hours are 9 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Monday through Friday, 10 to 4 on Saturday, and 1 to 4 on Sunday. And they offer group rates, AAA, and military discounts.
I had a dream, a beautiful dream. I couldn't believe how real it seemed. Up on stage, in a field of green, on the winding river, and a song you'll sing. When I wake up, I'll see you here in Montgomery, where dreams come true.
And welcome back to the Montgomery Sports Network. You're watching the Hank Williams Museum pregame show here live from Ragsdale Boykin Field here in Montgomery, where we have ACA Alabama Christian Academy taking on Trinity Class 4A Region 2 matchup. First region game for both these teams. So the Eagles come in here led by head coach Nate Sanford, his second year with the Wildcats. 10-3 in 2017, 1-1 so far this year. Actually started out the season last year 7-0, which was the longest winning streak in school history, which is kind of hard to believe. And they won 2 playoff games too last year also. So this is a team that comes in here with a lot of offense, a lot of stars, and some guys that can put up some big numbers.
Well, the expectations were high coming into this season, and there was more optimism surrounding this ACA program last year than it has been in quite a long time, and it's warranted. I mean, you look at what they did against Pike County last week. Reese Solar, 4 of 9, 27 yards. He did throw an interception, but he rushed for 145 yards on 15 carries and scored 2 touchdowns. Jackson Hibbert, 17 carries for 74 yards. Very, very balanced as far as a rushing attack goes. And then Jalen Clark had some receptions, which was he had 10 receptions for the year for 99 yards, but I believe he had 2 catches last week. 2 receptions just to kind of give some balance. And that's one thing ACA's really got to focus on. Alabama Christian, they got to have some balance too. Right now, they are extremely run heavy. If you face a team that loads up the box, they're going to have to show that they can go deep, go over the top, and throw the football.
Yeah, and last week we should mention weather was a factor in all games around the Montgomery area, south and north of the city. They had some lightning delays down there like we had in our game last week up at Chilton County, between Chilton County and Sylacauga. For the year against Rob Chandler has played in both games so far for Trinity. 13 for 28 for 86 yards against American Christian Academy. And last week against Andalusia, he was 8 for 14 for 33 yards and 1 interception. The other quarterback, John David Bonner, came in last week 4 for 13 for 48 yards and 2 interceptions against Andalusia. So none of these quarterbacks have been able to find the end zone so far for the Wildcats.
No, when they go to two quarterbacks like that, Trinity, you're searching. You're searching for some offensive identity. You're looking to see who can move the team, who can create the spark. I mean, you know this, Kane, when your offense is struggling, the most popular player on the team is backup quarterback. And John David Bonner came in. They're looking for something. So we'll see. I would expect both Chandler and Bonner to play tonight, depending on how the game starts and how it works out. But it looks like they're trying to acclimate both quarterbacks to see which one grabs the team, wins the team, and then is able to move them offensively.
And running back for Trinity, look for number 44, Josh Hinneman. He had 45 yards in the first game against ACA, but that's a team. Trinity struggled to move the ball last week, and again, weather was a factor in that contest down there in Andalusia. So we're just about 12 minutes here from kickoff. Pre-game activities still going on here, waiting for the teams to come out. Alabama Christian has actually come out of the locker room already, and they're standing in the end zone. We'll have the national anthem here in just a moment. Trinity still has not made their appearance here on the field at Ragsdale Boykin Field here in Montgomery. So for those of you watching new to us, you can find us, the Montgomery Sports Network. You can find us on Facebook. Like us there, go to our page. We have all kinds of highlights and so forth. You can follow us on Twitter for the same, for updates and highlights at MyMGM Sports. You can also go to YouTube, search Montgomery Sports Network, find our games there. All games archived. We have our entire season schedule listed on the website. Last night we were out of Crampton. Boulevard Park Crossing was a 32-15 winner over Dothan in 6A play. So Class 4A Region 2 with Alabama Christian and Trinity both in there. We also see Ashford, Booker T. Washington out of Tuskegee. Then we have Montgomery Catholic right here in the city, Dale County, Headland, and Trinity. So when I look at that region, much like the 6A one we talked about last night, this one's kind of up for grabs a little bit.
Well, they're going to start the anthem, so we'll go and we'll cut to that.
Father in heaven, this is a beautiful day, a beautiful evening that you have made. We're going to rejoice and be glad in it. Father, we thank you for these two fine schools that keep Jesus Christ as their main focus. Father, we thank you that Every good and perfect gift is from you. It's from above. So we say thank you. We thank you for the incredible talents that you put into these student athletes as they participate tonight. You've given the skills to the cheerleaders, the players, the dance team, the band, the officials. So we thank you for the talents that we see. We ask that you would help them each to do their very best in their area. Father, we thank you that you're near the brokenhearted. We pause to say thank you for being near the Trinity family in the last few weeks, the passing of Jack Sweers. We ask that your blessings of comfort would continue to cover his family and our Trinity family. We thank you that you do provide those blessings of comfort in a time of mourning. Father, thank you for protecting the participants tonight. We pray that each of us will display a sportsmanship, attitude, and fun that would honor and glorify you. It's in Jesus' name that we pray. Amen. Thank you, Trinity Wildcat Pride Band.
That was a Trinity band performing in tonight's national anthem and the invocation there just a moment ago. So we're back here, Ragsdale Boykin Field. So we were discussing before the national anthem, region play a little bit. Similar to 6A we watched last night, region 2. This one, not necessarily a huge front runner out there like maybe in past seasons.
Well, you know, I look at these schedules both for Alabama Christian and Trinity, and when you talk about region play, Montgomery Catholic is in Alabama Christian's region. I'm looking, and they do not play Montgomery Academy this year, which is kind of unique. And then Trinity does play Montgomery Academy because that is their biggest rival. So, you know, I look at these schedules, and St. James as well. You would think that they could have somehow reconfigured this schedule so that this game or the St. James and Trinity games at the end of the year, you know, somehow Montgomery Academy and Alabama Christian could play at the end of the year. I just like seeing these four schools, St. James, Trinity, Montgomery Academy, and Alabama Christian. That's such a big rivalry. I would love to see these games really, really mean something the last game of the year. And they play them so early, and it's just so different than how it used to be.
Yeah, for years in the Capital City Conference, they all played each other and so forth. Basketball, all sports basically.
And I just think a rivalry game at the end of the year, that's how you wrap it up. And you know, Alabama Christian ends with Weaver. And I believe Trinity plays St. James. So that is a natural rivalry, and that has been for years. But Alabama Christian being able to play Montgomery Academy or maybe even Catholic at the end of the year would have been nice to have that inner city type deal.
So we're just about 6 minutes from kickoff here in this contest. Alabama Christian tonight, they've been out in the field here for a good 10, 12 minutes now waiting to come out.
Yeah, they're ready. They're ready to play.
Trinity has not made their appearance yet. Although the band's out there lined up for the team to run through here in just a moment. Crowd gathering here. The sun is starting to set behind us as we're facing the east stands, of which we are on the visitor side here tonight on the Alabama Christian side. Crowd starting to gather here. Expect a big crowd. These inner city games usually draw extremely well. Looks like a ton of students for Trinity over there right now. Their student section is actually empty at the moment, but they're all over there ready to line up and help the team out in the field. And
just because it's a road game, as you can see, you take a look to our right, Alabama Christian travels very, very well. And that's why I love these games that are inside the Montgomery city limits, because even though it's a road game, you're going to get it packed, and it's going to be very loud, very good atmosphere, a lot of spirit, 2 Christian schools, just a really unique setting for high school football the way it should be. But they travel well. Trinity will start filling it in. Their fans are starting to come in late arriving. And interesting to see. I think that if we had the opportunity, and I was going to go talk to Coach Michael Summers for Alabama Christian, who's their offensive coordinator, I was going to try to get a little information to see if they're going to try to throw the ball more tonight. I think that that's one thing they want to establish. They become so run-heavy. You've got to have balance, Kane. You know that. If you want to advance in the playoffs and go far and have a season where you're double-digit wins, you cannot be one-dimensional. And Alabama Christian needs to prove tonight that they can put the ball up in the air.
Yeah, ACA obviously has it all going with the running game and the quarterback and so forth, with Solar and so forth. But, the reality is Alabama Christian, a team that traditionally has not had a whole lot of success in football. In fact, before last season, their last playoff win was back in 1992. That was also their last region championship, also in 1992. But since Coach Sanford has come in here, he's kind of gotten things jump-started rather quickly. And, it's been a new day here for Alabama Christian.
Yeah, there was no rebuilding or no adjustment process. I mean, they came right in last year and from game one expected to not only get into the playoffs but go deep into the playoffs, and they almost did. So, obviously we talked about injuries are key to any season, to any team. Can you overcome those? Can you overcome the adversity? If you get injuries to key players, is there someone that's got enough depth to back up and take your place? But I think they're poised to have a really great year, and I think the key is they should be healthy going into that stretch, starting with homecoming and then going into the playoffs. Tonight will be a test because these two teams, when they face each other, it always is. Plus, if you're an Alabama Christian student and you're on the coaching staff, Kane, all you have to do to get this team up for this game is show them the historical record. So, look, they have beat our eyes out for years and years, and if they want to go ahead and turn the tide, so to speak, around, that should be motivation enough.
Yeah, it's a series that's been controlled by Trinity, as we mentioned earlier on the Hank Williams pregame show, the Hank Williams Museum pregame show, that Trinity had won 7 in a row prior to Coach Sanford's arrival last season. ACA trying to get a 3-game streak going here against the Wildcats as the captains are out in the center of the field here for tonight's coin toss at Ragsdale Boykin Field. ACA, last year, as we said, 7-0, started off out of the gate quickly, had some injuries down the stretch, lost their last 3, but rebounded to win 2 in the playoffs. First time they had done that in 25 years. Trinity has been a mainstay in the playoffs over the years, although last year they failed to qualify. They definitely want to get off to a good start here and try to make a push this season towards postseason play.
Big shoes to fill. Obviously, they're used to winning here. The bar has been raised. The expectations are there. And, that's a lot of pressure, but they're used to that, and they're used to having success here. And so you don't want to go down 0-3 and lose to one of your rivals, that's for sure.
So Alabama Christian has won the toss, and they're going to take the football first. Looks like they're going to try to get out and get on top early here. Last couple weeks of games we've had, Chilton County, Sylacauga, Chilton County, Stanhope Elmore, and last night down at Crampton Bowl. Quick starts for Stanhope Elmore, Sylacauga, and Park Crossing. All 3 of those teams got out to double-digit leads in the first quarter and end up winning those 3 games. So a good start here is key for both these teams.
It is, and we've talked about the teams that have fallen behind, what kind of adversity they can overcome. The worst thing or the last thing in the world Trinity needs to have happen in this football game is come out and fall behind, especially searching for an identity, trying to find an offense. The tapes start playing in your head. What are we going to – oh, here we go again. And when you're struggling to score, if you fall behind and you're 0-2 and you're thinking 0-3 is on the horizon, it makes it more difficult. It's like you're playing 13, 14 guys there.
And the Eagles have come out on the field, leading out with the American flag there. A nice touch. Trinity down their end zone getting ready to bust through their banner off to our right. They're actually in the south end zone here at Ragsdale Boykin Field. And good crowd on hand here. Both bands ready to go. Trinity has a nice tailgate section going on down there in the end zone. They didn't offer us any food before the game.
They didn't. And we walked right by it, too.
Yeah.
I mean, we parked in Prattville to get here. So,
oh, my goodness. But anyway, we take free handouts. Don't forget that. So next time you see us, drop by with some water and some food and so forth. Trinity's still waiting here. They're going to run that clock down. It looks like the last second before they bust through the banner. Alabama Christian's already taking the field, ready to receive the opening kickoff, looks like. So they're wasting no time. And here comes the Wildcats onto the field here in their red jerseys and blue trim with pants and red trim, traditional dark blue Navy helmets for Trinity.
Yeah, they've tried to emulate a lot in their basketball programs and stuff like that, the Arizona Wildcat look. I know assistant coach John Schamberger was a big Arizona fan, and they've always done that. And that, with their uniform combination this year, they've done the same thing. Look sharp as they come out. Very excited to get this game going and to see, who can come out and establish their presence. If Trinity can come down the field and get some offensive continuity, get some fluid to their passing game, we'll be in for a dogfight, but that's the key. Can they score offensively? It's very simple. We've beat a dead horse with it, but they have got to be able to move the football.
So Coleman Ellis is back deep for ACA. They actually have 2 5-man lines here, ACA does. They may expect a pooch kick or a short kick. And teeing it up for Trinity will be number 83, Preston Berry, as we are ready to get Class 4A Region 2 action underway here on the Montgomery Sports Network, the Extermatech Pest Control Game of the Week. Kick is away.
I believe that's Hibbard with the, yes.
Ellis goes left. There's some room over there. Going to work his way out to the 30-yard line, and that's where the Wildcats are going to get started. Check that. I was looking at the wrong roster. That was my bad. That was Hibbard. You're correct. It was Hibbard.
Jackson Hibbard with the return there. Good job. A little bit of a combination pooch kick trying to get to a certain spot. But Hibbard makes a nice return.
So first down and 10 here for the Wildcats as we get things started here from Montgomery. And the quarterback for ACA is number 16, Solar. Looks like he's going to have an empty backfield to get things started. He's going to roll the pocket to the near side. Throws out here looking for number 20, and it goes incomplete. He was looking for Carson Hunt and hit the back of the defender there. The ball was underthrown.
Yeah, Solar didn't get that ball out quick enough, and he did not put enough zip to run. That's a tough throw to make, that long, deep out cut. And Reese that time threw it and threw it late.
So it'll be 2nd and 10 for ACA. You see if they go empty again. They're running players in and out here. A little bit of huddle. We see that a little bit different than we've seen the last week or so. Last few games, huddling up for the Eagles. This time they're going to run option near side. Solar's going to keep it, and he lowers the shoulder, and he's going to be close to the first down. In fact, where they spotted that, he looks like he's going to get 11 yards on the first down.
Yeah, it matches his uniform number, 11 yards for number 11, but that's their bread and butter. Reese Solar with that option keep, did not pitch. Hibbard's the outlet there. Hibbard's the other, and there is an injury quickly.
Yeah, injured player for Trinity at the moment.
It's number 33, Tyler Britton.
And that's the last thing anybody wants to see, especially Trinity, when they're dependent on that defense right now to kind of keep this game at bay here to maybe get their offense going as the night goes along.
But you could see Alabama Christian comes out trying to establish the passing game, wants to get that, wants to enforce their will. But I'm telling you, that read option or that option pitch is their bread and butter, and he's been running it well all season long.
So 1st and 10 for ACA, the ball resting on their own 39-yard line. As we see them in the huddle. As we're saying, all no huddle we've seen the last 3 games we've had so far, but this time they'll come out, break the huddle. And it looks like it is Hibbard in the pistol behind Solar. Now he's going to move to the right. Solar's going to keep it at this side. And he has some room across midfield. And that is another tough run. 14 yards on the play and another first down for ACA.
And give credit to number 25, Blake Bryant, who did a great next-level block that time on the Trinity defender that sprang Solar and let him get to the next level.
So a great job of blocking there for ACA. And right now Solar, that was a very good fake. Pulled the ball out there at the last second, came out to the near sideline. Looked like it was going to be hit at the line of scrimmage, but it was able to get through the arm tackle and pick up another first down for ACA as they move into Trinity territory with just under 11 minutes left here in the first quarter. Again, Hibbard in the backfield with Solar. 3-man front for Trinity. Solar's going to look to pass here. throws near side. He's looking for number 7 out here, Alex Harmon, and overthrows it, and pass goes incomplete.
You know, when you establish the run, Kane, the passing game's going to open up for Alabama Christian. I mean, they run it so effectively, it's going to loosen the defense, but Reese Solar's got to take advantage of that soft defensive coverage. He's got open receivers in the secondary.
So 2nd down and 10. As ACA signaling into place, but they stay in the huddle. Solar's going to go shotgun again. This time it's going to be an empty set for the moment.
I'd look for Harmon again here, but this time up the seam.
They're going to roll the pocket to the left. Looking, throwing deep, far sideline, and a nice attempt of a catch over there by Jalen Clark. It goes incomplete, and it'll bring up a 3rd down and long.
Well, that was nice coverage that time for Trinity by Mark Williams. He did a great job staying step by step with Jalen Clark. That ball overthrown, and so far Reese Solar comes out 0 for 3 on his first 3 attempts.
So 3rd down and long here for ACA as they moved into Trinity territory with the 2 quarterback runs, and right now they're trying to get that passing game going and struggling so far to this point. But as we've seen in some other games we covered, it only takes one play to flip that switch. 3rd and 10. Hibbert in the backfield with Solar as he works to the left side now. Solar's going to run option left side. He keeps the ball, and we have a whistle. I'm sure we have some movement up front. Dead ball. False start on ACA, their first penalty of the game. That'll back it up 5 more yards.
Yeah, just the right side of the line. I couldn't really tell if it was number 66 or who for Alabama Christian, but he moved early. Just pulled out of his stance just a hair early.
So now 3rd and 15. You think a passing situation, maybe a screen pass, as Hibbert stays in the pistol. 2 receivers set to each side. 10:34 left in the first quarter. Trinity showing blitz. They're coming after him. Solar's going to keep it this time, and there's nowhere to go. He is stopped there by number 77 for Trinity. That was Watkins Johnson on the play.
Yeah, Watkins Johnson just gobbled him up. He read that play, was not going to take the pitch that time, was going to stay with the quarterback. And now ACA is really back behind the chains at 4th and about 18, I believe.
So 4th down and 15 officially on the scoreboard. Solar in this pooch punt look. He does punt the football. He was an all-state player last year as a punter. And the coach over here lifted his foot. I'm going to assume that's to kick the ball here. Now he takes another step back. Clock running here, first quarter. Oh, that was almost blocked. There was contact. There's a flag late. That ball goes flying out of the sidelines. It might have been a 15-yard punt. We'll have to see what the official call here, if that's a personal foul.
And that's the key. If it's running into, it's not an automatic first down. It's just 5 yards. If it's a personal foul, it's 15 yards and an automatic first down.
Still no signal from the head official. Trinity got in there very quick, but Solar was only about 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Head official being very deliberate with the call. Personal foul, roughing the kicker on Trinity, so it is a 15-yard penalty against the Wildcats. And a huge break for ACA as it's going to give them a first down. Mass substitutions now, for ACA as they bring in number 4 into the game. It's like Roberson. Hibbert still in the backfield with Solar.
That's a big penalty because they had them stopped. They would have got decent field position had he not run into him and just got a piece of the ball.
Gonna run a little sweep to left side to Hibbert. Gets it, tries to get the corner. He does. Good tackle up there from one of the safeties for Trinity. Looked like it was number 22 for the Wildcats, and that was Dennis on the play.
And Chapman Gregory did a good job, number 34, of making him go outside. He sealed the edge there, Kane, and because he did that, he made him have no running room at all.
So 2nd down, and we'll call it 7 for ACA as they ball resting currently at the 35-yard line of Trinity. Solar's going to look to throw a quick screen out there. That pass is caught by Clark, and he works his way forward for a few yards. Going to bring up a third down and short situation.
You know, it's puzzling to me why they're not getting anything through the air. I mean, it looks like the formations and the sets that they're running are effective. I mean, they're putting guys in the right spot to create some separation.
3rd down and 5, last play gained 2 yards, so it was a short gain. Almost have to figure it's 4-down situation here if it stays within 5 or 6 yards for ACA. 8:25 on the clock running here in the first quarter from Ragsdale Boykin Field. Empty set at the moment. Solar's going to take it and roll to the right. Looking to tuck it. He's under pressure and dropped the ball. It's loose on the ground and looks like Trinity has recovered. A big break for the Wildcats early on.
Number 9 for Trinity, Coleman Ellis with the recovery on the fumble. Solar just trying to step up in the pocket, make the throw, keeps his eyes downfield. Did not see the Trinity defender who put his helmet right in his chest and caused the fumble. Big turnover and momentum there for Trinity.
So the Wildcats take over. That's the break they needed. Actually probably get better field position than if they didn't have the roughing the kicker penalty. So 8:07 left first quarter. 1st and 10 for Trinity on their own 38-yard line. As Chandler is the quarterback. He's going to hand this off to Hinneman coming near side. Has some room at the 40, and then he's dropped there after a short gain.
Nice job by Preston Perry, one of the linebackers we talked about for Alabama Christian that's a key. He does a great job of getting up inside that gap and making the tackle.
So 2nd down and 8 for the Wildcats.
And that is Cottingham's side that he normally plays. So they were running that side right away to try to get a mismatch.
Empty set this time with Chandler in the backfield by himself. I got to motion Hinneman back into the set with him. Now there's a whistle and there's going to be a false start on Trinity.
Yeah, there was movement at the line, motion there. And it is John David Bonner, as you mentioned, that came out. So they're trying to mix it up a little bit. Trinity, find that right formula, try to get some yardage.
So 2nd down and 13 at the moment as they're subbing players in and out here. Bonner's going to look to throw here. Looks left, and nice catch out there. A nice grab and a nice hit. Pass complete out there to number 13 for Trinity. That pass was complete to Davis. So good yardage there, but it's going to bring up a 3rd down and short.
Yeah, good tackle that time to keep him short of the 1st down, but good throw. You notice the difference. Bonner released it before the receiver made his out cut. He had the ball in the air, and that's because of that, the ball was right on the money.
So 3rd down and 1 for the Wildcats with 6:55 left here in the first quarter. Bonner gets it. He's going to hand it off. And coming here, so the ball is loose on the ground. It's a fumble, and looks like ACA is on top of it. Haven't done the official signal yet. No, they're going to. Nope, Trinity recovers. A break for the Wildcats, but the loss of yards is going to cause 4th down in a punting situation.
Yeah, the speed sweep that time. Dennis takes it around the end, and Alabama Christian's defense was just so quick to the edge. 4th and 3, I believe, and Trinity does show that they're going to come in and punt. Maybe. Or they're going heavy, Kane. I can't tell. Yeah, they are punting.
Punter's headed back there, number 83, Barry, to kick. ACA has nobody back deep at the moment.
Nobody deep at all. Now Jackson Hibbert comes on the field. He will go back in single formation to receive the punt.
But they're keeping that 10-man defense up front there, playing for the fake as we go under 6 minutes left. High snap. Kick is away.
It's a nice kick.
And a fair catch at the 20-yard line for ACA. So we're going to take a heat timeout here with 5:48 left in the first quarter. No score between Trinity and ACA.
Extermatech Pest Control is a small, passionate, and powerful team. If you have bugs bugging you, join the Extermatech family and have peace of mind that comes from the expertise of a professional company and enjoy their personal service. Extermatech is locally owned and operated. They've been bugging the competition for over 15 years. Each and every customer is important to them. Customer service, their #1 goal. Call Extermatech 334-209-4590.
So welcome back to the Extermatech Pest Control Game of the Week here on the Montgomery Sports Network. You're watching Trinity playing host to ACA. And a good start for Trinity's defense to get us the initial stop there. Looked like the offense had something going until the fumble.
Both defenses did a great job of stopping momentum and doing a really good job of tackling the football. And because they tackled the football, there were some turnovers. Now, obviously, Alabama Christian did not force a turnover, but that fumble stopped them on a very, very manageable 3rd and 1, Kane. I mean, 3rd and 1's very doable, so they stopped him back 2 or 3 yards, forced him to punt. And that was a very nice punt with some good hang time. So Alabama Christian back out at their own 20 for their second offensive possession.
So for those of you unfamiliar with Alabama high school rules here early in the season because it's so hot, game kicked off with temperature in the 80s. We have a mandated heat timeout at the 6-minute mark here in each quarter to give each team a water break. So 5:48 left officially on the change of possession, and ACA will have the ball on the near hash on their own 20-yard line as Solar, the quarterback, comes back out with Jackson Hibbard, his running back. Receiver on the near side over here is Harmon. Looks like they're going to go with the H-back and 2 receivers to the left. Hibbard's going to get the carry this time on the left side over left guard. He's going to work his way out to about the 22, and that's it.
You know, we talked about it, and you're seeing it now come to fruition. They're putting 8-9 in the box. They're not respecting Solar's passing game at all, and they're selling out to stop the run. You play action and go for one big hitter down the field, that can completely change your offensive strategy.
So it's 2nd down and 8. Ball on the 22-yard line. And this time we're going to get 4 receivers out here for ACA. I'm going to look to throw to the left. It's complete to Whedon. And the ball is loose on the ground again, and they're going to throw it incomplete. That's a break for ACA. Whedon could not hang on to it. And, or check that, not Whedon. That was, it was Whedon, excuse me. Pass nevertheless goes incomplete, and now it's 3rd down and 8 again.
Good throw that time by Solar. He put it right on the money, and that was kind of borderline whether Whedon took a step or not. He didn't. He did not turn to go upfield, thereby did not establish possession. So that's why that ball was incomplete.
So 3rd down and 8 for the Wildcats. Trips to the left this time. See if Solar rolls to his left. Trinity coming off the edge. Solar back to pass. Looks. He's under heavy pressure, and he's dropped back behind the line. It was number 20 for Trinity making the play, Hargrove.
Yeah, they're blowing up the offensive line for Alabama Christian right now and getting in. Solar didn't have much time to throw. He'll be back in punt formation, and Trinity should get very good field position.
So 4th down, and the Trinity defense makes another stand here. So nice job for the Wildcats as back deep to receive the punt here is Sasser, Nolan Sasser, standing at just in his own territory at the 47-yard line. Good snap. Kick is away. Boy, that's a beautiful kick. High hanging. Sasser camps under. He loses it. It goes away in the back there towards the 20-yard line. He picks it up now. He's going to the right side. He has some room around the right sideline. Cuts it back to the left, still going. Sasser meandering his way down the field, deep into ACA territory at the 28-yard line.
A lot of times you see that, Kane, where you out-kick your coverage, and that's exactly what Reese Solar did. He kicked the heck out of it. Sasser regrouped after fumbling. I thought there was no way he was going to get out alive out of his own territory. He did, and because Alabama Christian had so many guys upfield, he was able to go right by him.
So, beautiful kick. Looked like it was going to flip the field position. Instead, Trinity sets up shop at the 29-yard line, and they got to be figuring they got to cash this one in early here.
Yeah, they got some momentum. They've done a great job defensively with 2 drives for ACA, but they've got to capitalize.
Bonner in the backfield by himself, and now we got a legal motion. Looks like the slot man Hinman moved. They're going to back it up 5 yards, so another penalty here against the Wildcats early on.
Yeah, as a coach, that absolutely drives you crazy. When you get some momentum like that, you're ready to roll on offense and go fast, and then you get the false start penalty.
Yeah, that's why when I used to coach, that's why I don't have any hair anymore. So it's 1st down and 15 for Trinity. They'll keep the same formation here. Bonner going to look to throw. Goes to the right side, and it's almost intercepted. Good play out there by the ACA linebacker. That was number 52, Perry, again.
Yeah, Perry did a good job in coverage. when you're covering the wide receiver out of the backfield. And number 26 for ACA, Garrett Whedon, also in on the play to break that up.
So 2nd and 15. Clock stopped. 3:43 left first quarter. Bring in motion. And they're going to roll the pocket here with Bonner to the near side. He's looking, steps up, throws late, and one hops it towards his receiver that time, looking for Ellis, and it'll go bring up a 3rd down and long.
Toughest throw to make right there. You're rolling away from your target. You can't get your shoulders squared, and Bonner needed to get his shoulders squared to make that throw, and as it is, he short hops it.
So 3rd down and 15, and Trinity has not picked up a yard yet after that great punt return by Nolan Sasser. Empty backfield again for the Wildcats. They're going to look to throw. Setting up a screen on the far side is out there complete, but the ACA defense has to dissect it. A nice job by the Eagles over there.
Preston Perry again read that screen, knew it was coming, and did a great job wrapping up the Trinity receiver there. And now they'll be in punt formation. Or no, they're actually, I guess, in no man's land here and looking like they're going to go for it.
Yeah, they're going to go for it. 4th and 15 there in the line quickly. Bonner looking to the sideline. On his right, he has Singletary and Davis. On the near side, he has Ellis and Sasser in the slot. Plenty of time on the play clock, still 10 seconds as they look to the sideline. They may let it run down, call timeout here.
Or take the delay of game. You really wouldn't want to waste a timeout. They're going to take the delay of game penalty.
So it looks like they're going to back it up 5 and try to punt it, maybe pin back ACA deep in their own territory.
Well, defensive struggle so far. Both teams not being able to do anything much offensively, but attribute that to great defense. Give the credit to the defense. Both defenses are doing a great job open field tackling, providing pressure upfield as well.
Yeah, both coaching staff have their guys ready to play. ACA's going to play the punt safe, have their defense on the field here. So Preston Berry be up to him to try to pin the Wildcats back, or excuse me, the Eagles back deep. Kick is away. It's going to hit. They're going to take a nice roll here. That is a thing of beauty. It's going to go inside the 5. They can't draw that up any better down there about the 2-yard line.
Well, and look how important that 5 yards was on the delay of game because they got it down to the 2-yard line. You had a little bit extra room to work with there.
So 1st and 10 for ACA. The Trinity defense has risen to the occasion twice so far in the early going. And ACA offense struggling to move the ball through the air, have a couple first downs on the ground and one aided by the aid of a roughing the punter kicker penalty.
I wonder how conservative ACA will be here if they run Solar on a quarterback draw. A screen pass once you get out of the shadow of your own end zone will be a nice call here the way Trinity is pursuing upfield.
They're going to empty the backfield, but Solar's going to take it himself. And not much happening there. He's driven back. I think his forward progress got out of the end zone. Yeah, they're actually going to mark it at 3.
Yeah, he got to the 3-yard line before he got just hammered backwards.
So a gain of 1 officially on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 9.
They're keying on him. There's no doubt. I mean, we talked about it in pregame. What happens when a defense takes him out of a ball game? Is there other weapons that can emerge?
ACA taking their time. The ball was just whistled into play. They still have 15 seconds here on the play clock as they break the huddle. This time they're going to have number 9, Hibbert, in the backfield with Solar. And now a whistle. They also have Bryant at H-back.
Looks like it's offsides maybe.
It is offsides on Trinity. So a free 5 yards for ACA.
That helps when you're at your own 3-yard line.
1:37 left first quarter. It'll be 2nd down and about, we'll call it 3 from the 9-yard line. We'll use the scoreboard here to help us because we have a low vantage point here at Ragsdale Boykin Field. And this time Solar is going to go, looks like empty. All right, he has an H-back in there, blocking back in Bryant. No running back behind him. Now they're going to motion and look to throw a screen back to left. And Trinity is all over that. That is a great play out there by the cornerback on the far side. That was number 2 for Trinity. That was Chandler on the play.
Yeah, he read that and sniffed it out and knew that the screen pass was coming, that they were going to run to Clark. Number 7, Mark Williams, also in on the stop. Kane, they both did a great job of closing that down.
Last play gained 1, and they'll bring up 3rd down and 2 for the Wildcats, excuse me, for the Eagles. This time Solar's in the backfield with Hibbard. And there's another whistle. The near side official this time threw his flag. Actually, we got a timeout taken by ACA. So we're going to take the quick timeout with them. 30 seconds left in the first quarter. No score. You're watching the Extermatech Pest Control Game of the Week on the Montgomery Sports Network.
Folks, this is Jody Wolf from American Oak and More, inviting you to shop with us during our Labor Day sale. Get up to 50% off the top tag price plus 0% interest for up to 5 years. That's up to 50% off on everything in the store. Plus get 0% interest for up to 5 years. We will be closed September 2nd and 3rd to spend time with our families, so hurry in to take advantage of these huge savings going on now. Excludes mattresses, accessories, and rustic outlet.
Like we've been saying for over 23 years, you don't pay with fake money, so don't settle for fake wood.
Welcome back to the Extermatech Pest Control Game of the Week. It is ACA at Trinity. If you're sitting at home watching us, first off, we thank you. But secondly, that we do have some power issues at the moment here at Ragsdale Boykin Field. So you might hear the sound go in and out momentarily or the picture, but stick with us here. We're trying to get those corrected as we go along tonight. So 30 seconds left first quarter here, and a big 3rd down coming up for ACA.
Huge 3rd down. This has been a little bit sloppy of a first quarter for both teams. They've put the ball on the ground. There's been penalties. There's been offensive ineptitude. So it's been sloppy for both teams. Who can clean that up a little bit and correct some mistakes will be the team I feel like will emerge and get an early lead here.
So after the penalty, it's now 3rd down and 10. Looks like Trinity's blitzing. Solar comes near side, has some room. There he goes. He's going to get out near the 15-yard line and have a 1st down.
Good call there, the little quarterback draw. He has a way of just weaving through the line, getting his 1st down. Reese Solar did a good job. Now they have some more offensive flexibility because they're out from the shadow of their own goalpost, and see if they become more diverse offensively.
So there's about a 4-second differential between the game clock and play clock. They don't have to snap the ball if they don't want to. ACA, that is. As Hibbert is back there this time with Solar. Gonna have to hurry, get the play off. Solar takes it. Gonna keep it himself. Has a nice pulling guard there. And he's gonna fall forward out to the 25 as he's close to another 1st down.
Good run that time. Good design. Drove it upright, and they're not stopping that play.
So the end of the first quarter, our score, 0-0 here as you're watching Trinity and ACA on the Montgomery Sports Network.
Extermatech Pest Control is a small, passionate, and powerful team. If you have bugs bugging you, join the Extermatech family and have peace of mind that comes from the expertise of a professional company and enjoy their personal service. Extermatech is locally owned and operated. They've been bugging the competition for over 15 years. Each and every customer is important to them. Customer service, their #1 goal. Call Extermatech 334-209-4590. Mid-State Burglar Bars and Ironworks Incorporated is a locally owned and operated business in Montgomery, Alabama. And we've been in business since 1985 and served Montgomery and the surrounding counties with burglar bars, ironworks. Our philosophy is being honest, dependable, and treating each customer with respect and selling a quality product at a fair price. If you need burglar bars or ironwork of any kind, call Mid-State Burglar Bars and Ironworks, Montgomery.
So back here at Ragsdale Boykin Field, second quarter action about to get underway on the Montgomery Sports Network. My name is Kane Young. I'm here with Darryl Dapprich. So a scoreless first quarter, a little bit of a defensive struggle so far.
Yeah, 2 nice runs now by Reese Solar's got Alabama Christian 2 1st downs in a row consecutively.
Solar's going to hand this off to Hibbard, right side, and not much happening there.
You know, Trinity is definitely selling out on the run, and why wouldn't you? I mean, at this point in the ball game, Alabama Christian has not shown them they could throw the ball, go up top. It would take a couple of times to do that, and you would see some things loosen up. But right now, sell out, stop the run.
Yeah, so far in the game, Solar is just 2 for 6 for 4 yards. Both of those completions were screen passes. 2nd and 8 at the 27. This time they're going to go trips to the near side. Going to look to throw it. Solar throws out here, and the pass is caught and complete to Carson Hunt as he sits down there for a minimal game out to the 30, a gain of about 3.
Well, they're trying to find anything that'll work. You know, we saw that last night where Tremaine Osborne would get that hitch, take it to the house. It takes one broken tackle, and you can get downfield.
So 3rd down, ball resting just across the 30-yard line, 3rd down and 5. Clock ticks under 11 minutes left here, 2nd quarter. This drive began on their own 2-yard line here for ACA. Hibbert offsets to the right of Solar. And he's going to look to throw it after he fakes the sweep. Here's a nice middle screen. A nice catch, and look at this. Some running room there, and a 1st down for Carson Hunt.
I felt like they should have made that play call earlier. We talked about a screen. The difference was instead of going wide, Kane, they did the middle screen and allowed the edge rushers for Trinity to go up on each side. Thereby, there was a big hole you could drive a truck through.
Well designed, and a 1st down here. Gain of 25 on the play for ACA as they move into Trinity territory.
Nice sustained drive here. Threw a couple passes. They're short, safe, West Coast type offense passes. But when you mix that in with quarterback runs, you get a little bit more dangerous.
Clark is the near side receiver. On the far side, it is Harmon. And they're going to roll the pocket to the right. He's looking for Bryan in the flat. Now there's some room there. Solar throws it late. Oh, it's intercepted. And a big play for the Trinity defense again. Another turnover. And it'll be 1st and 10 for the Wildcats.
That's a shame because he had Blake Bryant wide open down the right sideline, or he could have just kept it and run himself for 10 or 15 yards. He forces that across the middle, and it gets intercepted by Davis, I believe, in the middle of the field, throwing back across your body. That's dangerous.
Yeah, it's hard to pick up the number on that interception.
I think it was 13.
May have been. A bunch of players jumped up quickly there, and they ran to the sideline. So 1st and 10, another turnover. The Trinity defense doing all they can right now, trying to set up their offense. As Bonner comes back out. He's going to hand this off to number 17 on the left side for the Wildcats. That is Holly on the carry, Tate Holly. He's going to pick up about 3 yards there.
You know, that's got to be a little demoralizing for Alabama Christian. That had a really nice drive going, and that had the making of a big play. Either just hauling it down and running with it or throwing it out to Bryan in the flat.
2nd and 7. Bring motion, they're going to roll the pocket near side. Looks, throws, late, and it's a nice catch over there by 14. That's Singletary racing down the sideline, 10, 5, and he's in for the touchdown. 56 yards, and the Wildcats are on the board first.
Classic example. Carson Hunt did all he could on the out, try to break up the deflection, but once he went for the pick or went to knock it down, there was no safety back to help, and because of that, it was just a wide open green grass to the end zone.
So Trinity strikes from 56 yards on the big play. They line up for this little water bucket set at the moment. Barry is out there with the tee, the kicker. We'll see what they do. Now they're going to come over into formation and attempt to kick, it looks like. But a big play for the Wildcats here early on. Oh, high snap. They get it down. Kick is up. And it is good. So our new score, 9:17 left here in the first quarter. It is Trinity 7, ACA nothing. You're watching the Extermatech Pest Control Game of the Week on the Montgomery Sports Network.
We're not your daddy's rock and roll station. 104.9, The Gump. Montgomery's alternative rock station. 104.9, The Gump. The only radio station in Montgomery playing new rock alternative. 104.9, The Gump. Montgomery's alternative rock station. 104.9, The Gump.
And welcome back to Ragsdale Boykin Field here in Trinity, in Montgomery, where the Trinity Wildcats lead 7-0 after the 56-yard touchdown pass from John David Bonner to Singletary. Trinity defense stepping up, making the play, and finally the Wildcats able to capitalize.
And I guess this game script has been flipped here. I thought we would see what Trinity was going to have to do to fight through adversity. Alabama Christian finds itself down 7-0. See how they respond being down.
So Hibbard back deep for ACA. The kicker is Barry, who just made the extra point for the Wildcats. And it's a high kick taken by Hibbard. Comes near side and almost fumbles the ball. Hangs on to it to the last second there.
That was close to getting stripped right there.
Yeah, a nice tackle and almost a strip there by Thomas Ladner for Trinity. So it'll be 1st and 10 for ACA. Ball will be spotted at about the 20-yard line. So good kick coverage there for Trinity.
If I'm ACA, I run that same play again at some point during the night because Bryant was open down the sideline and Reese Solar could have walked in for at least 20 yards. So I would try to go back to that.
So 1st and 10, they're going to spot it at the 21, 9:07 left first quarter. And this time Hibbard will be in the backfield. The H-back is also in there. It looks like Bryant for ACA. Solar's going to keep it himself, and they're all over that. He's going to drive forward for about 2 yards, and that's it.
Yeah, they're reading Solar now on that play. They know he's going to try to keep it just to be conservative and get a little bit down the field. There's got to be some kind of read there where he can hand the ball to Hibbard off of the quarterback read, because if he just keeps it, Trinity's going to start overplaying that.
So 2nd down and 8. Trinity's defense has been very disciplined so far tonight. They've been in their spots, doing their assignments to this point. This time a pistol set for the moment, and they're going to offset the running back Hibbard to the right side of the formation. Going to roll the pocket to the right. Solar's looking. Going to flip it on the option pitch there to Hibbard at the last moment. Hibbard's going to have some positive yardage. He's out near the 30-yard line.
That's a good play call right there, because at some point the Trinity defense is going to have to commit to somebody else than Solar to stop. And if they keep doing that and you find Hibbard on a pitch or you find somebody on a slant like that, it could be open up. That middle screen is a great example of that.
The last play gained 5 yards to bring up 3rd down and 3. Mass substitutions here on the skill set for ACA. See Whedon in there for the Eagles. Also looks like Jalen Clark came back into the game here, one of their big play receivers. As they're going to bring Hunt and Clark to the near side. Solar is going to look to throw, looking for the slant, and it is complete to Hunt. That's going to be enough for the 1st down after the 35-yard line.
Good play call. You only needed 3. They got 6. And that's just an example where you get past the sticks just to make sure where you can sit down, and that's exactly what Hunt did. He sat down past the sticks. They pick up a 1st down.
So clock running, 7:25 left in the 2nd quarter. It is Trinity 7, ACA nothing. We have a whistle by the umpire. Looks like one of the players for ACA has an equipment issue or maybe potentially blood on his uniform. The lineman's going to have to come out of the game for the Wildcats, or excuse me, for the Eagles. That was number 54, Jackson Duke, running off. And it looks like he is being replaced by number 63, Mason Prestige. Well, they whistle it back in and the clock starts running again. If you've been with us the last few weeks here, we've seen a lot of no huddle. Tonight's been a lot of old school huddle football here for ACA. Solar's going to roll the pocket to the right, looking deep under heavy pressure, throws late, and that was another grab out there, looks like. Complete to number 20, Carson Hunt.
That's a back shoulder throw, but it's not what you normally see with the back shoulder. You usually see the guy keeping his feet, but it was still thrown to the back shoulder, and Hunt did a nice job coming back to the ball, sliding for the 1st down.
Yeah, he's had a couple nice catches down towards his knees. That play gains 18 as they are into Trinity territory at the 46-yard line. So ACA with a nice response so far after the score by Trinity.
Key is here not to shoot yourself in the foot. Self-inflicted wounds have hurt them all night. They've got to get a sustained drive here and finally punch it in.
Solar's going to hand this off Hibbard, river right guard. He has some room, and he's across the 40. down to the 37-yard line. Is going to pick up close to the first down marker. Is going to depend on the spot.
One shoestring tackle away there from breaking it. Jackson Hibbard knows that. That's why he gets up, grabbing his helmet. Looks like they're going to move the chains. Yeah, first down.
So first down for ACA. That's actually their 9th first down of the evening. And remarkably,
they're not changing on this and the down marker.
Yeah, he still has second on there.
There he goes. He heard me say.
So Solar again calls the signals for ACA. Hibbard this time moves to the left of the formation. They're going to run a little sweep out here to Hibbard. Has some room across the 35. Lowers the shoulder, and he's down to the 30 where he gets knocked out of bounds after a gain of about 6 yards.
Another good call there. He's getting an open space that time, and then he lowers his shoulder, gets 2 or 3 more. So that was a nice drawn-up play that time. Get him out in open space. I believe there's a timeout. That's a heat timeout.
So we have a heat timeout. We're going to take it with him here. 5:48 left in the second quarter. It is Trinity 7, ACA nothing. You're watching the Extermatech Pest Control Game of the Week on the Montgomery Sports Network.
Montgomery's best country is on Bama Country 98.9 WBAM. Bama Country with Bubba and Christy every weekday morning 5:30 to 10 a.m.
We're gonna have a house party.
Bama Country playing today's best country and all the country legends. Bama Country 98.9 WBAM. Listen to Bama Country 98.9 WBAM.
So we're back here, East Montgomery, Ragsdale, Boykin Field. The Trinity Wildcats, the homestanding Wildcats, 0-2 on the season, out to a 7-0 lead. ACA trying to march back here on the drive. They started this one on their own 20. They moved the ball 49 yards so far through the air and on the ground, Darryl.
Yeah, nice balanced drive right here. They've seemed to find some success offensively going to Hunt. He's made some nice catches. Especially down the field, and working the hash marks and the sidelines. That back shoulder throw was a really nice throw. And Solar seems to be finding his groove a little bit, getting some confidence.
So Clark is in the game at receiver. Looks like Alex Harmon's going to go out way to the right here.
I tell you what, Kane, Trinity has been playing press man up on the line of scrimmage most of the night with the receivers. And out and up right here would be a nice little play call.
Solar's going to look. They're going deep down the right sideline, and almost that's interference.
Yeah. He's face guarding. Yeah, face guarding, had his hands up, didn't make a play for the football that time. And so that'll be a 15-yard mark off.
It was Harmon, the intended receiver, on the play, so it's going to be a free 15 and a first down here for ACA as they continue their march to try to answer the Trinity score.
Big play. Sometimes when you go downfield like that, you loosen up the defense. If you don't get the quick hitter or the big play, you at least get the penalty.
Yeah, and Trinity has a lot of guys right now going both sides of the football.
That's where depth on a night like tonight, Kane, is going to be huge.
They're going to mark it at the 16, so it'll be 1st and 10 for ACA. And now we have a timeout taken by Trinity, it looks like. So we're going to take a quick timeout with them. 5:28 left until halftime. Trinity 7, ACA nothing here on the Montgomery Sports Network.
Extermatech Pest Control is a small, passionate, and powerful team. If you have bugs bugging you, join the Extermatech family and have peace of mind that comes from the expertise of a professional company and enjoy their personal service. Extermatech is locally owned and operated. They've been bugging the competition for over 15 years. Each and every customer is important to them. Customer service, their #1 goal. Call Extermatech 334-209-4590.
So we're back here at Montgomery Sports Network. Remember, you can like us on Facebook. You can watch us at mymgmsports.com. Follow us on Twitter at mymgmsports. You can go to YouTube, search Montgomery Sports Network. A lot of different ways for you to watch games this year. We have a complete schedule of games there. A lot of Thursday, Friday doubleheaders like we have this week. So if you're at the stadium, you can watch us. The games are archived, so you can go back and watch the games after you head home. Great crowd here tonight at Ragsdale Boykin Field, Darryl, between these two rivals.
Well, the visitor side is completely filled up. You got standing room only along the gate here to watch the game, so it's a great big turnout for this football game.
So Trinity comes out. They're going to empty the backfield with an H-back as Bryant. He's standing over the guard at the moment on the right side. Solar's going to take it, and he's going to be dropped for a loss. And look, a little counteraction there. And a good job being sniffed out that time by the Trinity defense. That was number 50 on the play. Osmore making the tackle.
Great job by Trinity anticipating that. Again, they seem to have the certain play calls where they know exactly what's happening.
So second down, and we'll call it 12. Ball sitting at the 18-yard line. Hibbert goes into the backfield this time with Solar. We're going to run an option to the right. Solar keeps it, cuts it up, and he's going to spin his way down to about the 12-yard line. So it's a gain of about 6, and they'll bring up a critical third down and about 6 for ACA.
This is a very critical 3rd and 6. If you're ACA, you'd like nothing more than to punch this in, answer the Trinity touchdown, but more than anything else, you need to get points.
We take under 4.5 left here until halftime. This time they're going to empty the backfield at the moment. Solar's going to motion Hibbert to the right of the formation. He walks up towards the line of scrimmage, backs up, play clock down to 4. They're going to have to hurry. Oh, high snap, it hit the face mask. It's loose on the ground. Solar gets back on it. And that's going to be a loss of yards there. Bring up 4th down and decision time for ACA. Whether to attempt the field goal to go for it.
Yeah, 4th and 7, or you kick the chip shot field goal to get back on the board.
See no motion at the moment from anybody from the sideline. Looks like they're going to go for it. Clock down to 3:35 till halftime. Signal just gets to the huddle. Play clock has 15 on it. Clark split out wide to the left along with Hunt. And now we got a whistle and a timeout taken by Trinity with 3:16 to halftime. So we'll take a quick timeout with them here. It's Trinity 7, ACA nothing. You're watching the Extermatech Pest Control Game of the Week on the Montgomery Sports Network.
Zona Rosa Hillwood Mexican Cafe, located on Zelda Road, minutes from downtown Montgomery, is one of the area's finest Mexican restaurants. From our great lunch selection and value to our tablecloth and candle evening atmosphere for dinner, La Zona Rosa has something to offer all connoisseurs of fine Mexican dining. Come on down today and enjoy some great Mexican. La Zona Rosa Hillwood Mexican Cafe on Zelda Road, minutes from downtown.
So 4th down and 7 for ACA. Darryl, what are you looking for here on this 4th down play?
Well, obviously it's taken a lot of guts to go for this. They feel like they've got something drawn up from the play call. And a lot of times, there are specific plays that a coach will have just for these situations. I'm looking, if I'm ACA, I'm looking at Carson Hunt. Something over the middle. He is in the game, number 20. Something where he sits down past the 1st down marker, maybe a 7 or 8 yard route. But I would definitely try to get Solar rolled out, get him out of the pocket.
They have to get to about the 5-yard line for the 1st down here. Clark is over here one-on-one. Looks like he has no safety help on the near sideline. And it's going to be reversed. Clark gets it on the reverse. He goes to the right. Now he's got to throw it back to the quarterback over there, Solar. He made the grab, it looks like. But does he have the 1st down? I think he's short.
We talked about a specific play being drawn up just for this situation, and Alabama Christian
he is short.
Did that, but they are short, about a yard short, don't you think?
Yeah, they marked it short. So that's a play we've seen in the Super Bowl, how the Eagles and the Patriots and so forth, that time they just came up a little bit short. They stopped about a yard. He had to get to the 5. It looks like they're spotting it at the 6. So Trinity will take over on downs. A big stand for the Wildcat defense.
Another huge stand for Trinity as Alabama Christian goes right up and down the field. Cannot punch it in, however. And now Trinity will take over at their own 7. So he's actually 2 yards short, I guess.
So remarkably here, we're 3:07 to halftime. And if you look at 1st downs, it's ACA 10, Trinity 1. But the only thing that matters at this point is the scoreboard where the Trinity has the lead. Here's a handoff to the left side. Short gain that time out to about the 8 for the Wildcats. So it looks like it was Hinneman on the carry.
Hinneman gets stopped after 3 yard gain. Yeah, he gets to the 10. And, of course, with 2:51 here, the task is simple for Alabama Christian. You've just got to stop Trinity in the 3 and out so you have enough time to get the ball back and to try to put something on the board.
Yeah, and if you're Trinity right now trying to get, and you just Coach Loyal, he would just be happy to milk this clock out and get to the halftime with a 7-point lead. Play clock at 10. They're going to motion Davis to the left. They're going to hand this back off to Hinneman. He cuts to the right, has some room. He's out across the 15. Maybe the 16. They're going to mark it at the 15 officially. So bring up a third down and short here. It's getting about six, maybe 7 on the play.
Yeah, it's going to be a huge third down. 1 timeout, or 2 timeouts actually left for Alabama Christian. So if they get the ball back here, they'll have plenty of time to try to score.
So third down and call it a short 3. Trinity looking to the sideline. They still have 20 on the play clock. Game clock continues to run 150 and counting. Trinity in no rush. Hinneman in the backfield with John David Bonner. They're going to roll the pocket down. They're going to hand it off here to Hinneman back to left. He has some room. He's going to have the first down, looks like. And he's knocked out of bounds near the 20. So a gain of 5 and a first down. Gain of 6 actually and a first down for Trinity.
Big first down for Trinity because that means Alabama Christian will not get the ball back probably at the end of this half. And, of course, Alabama Christian got the ball to start the game. So Trinity will receive the second half kickoff.
Yeah, and talk about a big possession coming up here.
Huge.
In about 20 minutes. Game clock whistled back in, so they're running it. He didn't officially get out of bounds. Looks like Ellis goes to the H-back spot. Or now he goes out the wide receiver. They're going to motion Hinneman back into the formation with Bonner. Hinneman, handoff, straight up the middle. Not much happening there. He's throwing forward out to about the 24-yard line. So he's going to pick up about 5 after he gets thrown forward by the defender. Clock ticks under a minute now.
Another nice first down run, getting positive yardage on first down.
And Trinity is completely content with this, and I don't blame him at this point. 45 seconds, clock runs. Second down and call it 6 officially. Bonner's done a good job calling the signals, managing this game so far. Has 17 Holly in the backfield with him. They're going to give it to Holly straight ahead. Driving his legs, and he's loose. Crossed the 35 and 40, still going. A nice run there. He's out to the 43, 44-yard line. That's a gain of 20 and a first down for Trinity.
Nice run. Trinity finding some success on the ground, which is a little bit surprising.
And now we have a whistle. I think we're going to have another timeout. A timeout by Trinity with 16 seconds left. So we'll keep it right here since we're so close to halftime. But for Trinity, we talked about, an identity a little bit before the game, and they're really establishing one here in the first half in this rivalry game.
Yeah, they really are. They came out, took the lead 7-0. They have not done anything as far as yards are concerned. ACA's dominating first downs, dominating probably time of possession. Trinity had the one big play, quick hitter, but they've also done a great job defensively. Every time Alabama Christian's challenged or threatened, Trinity's bowed its neck and has stopped them.
So 16 seconds to the half. The ball is on the Trinity 43-yard line. The big play was the touchdown pass from Bonner to Singletary, 56 yards, to get the Wildcats on the board here early in the second quarter. And the defense has been pretty stout tonight, holding their ground against ACA. So this time, coming out of the timeout, Bonner's at a shotgun with Hinneman. High snap. Bonner's going to come to the near side looking. There's a out and up. He throws it deep. And there's a lot of contact there. That's going to be interference on ACA. It looks like he was looking for Singletary again. He ran a little out and up here on the near sideline.
Smart play by the ACA defender, though, because it's not a spot foul. And obviously, you're giving up 15 yards. You're still way out of field goal range. It just gives you 15 yards closer to take one more shot at the end zone.
So they'll move this up into ACA territory. 9.9 seconds left on the clock. So maybe time for 2 plays if they get out of bounds or get a first down. Trinity out of timeouts. But based on that throw, I would say Bonner definitely has the ability to get it to the end zone from the 47-yard line where the line of scrimmage is, the ACA 47. They're going to go 2 receivers near side here. That is going to be number 13, Davis, and 14, Singletary. Check that. That is Sasser on the near side with Davis. They're going to throw it to the left, try to get a quick out here, maybe out of bounds. Bonner looks, heaves it up, throws it down the field, and a nice grab there. It's a first down for Trinity. Catch was made by Singletary again.
Wonder if they're in field goal range.
They might be able to spike the ball. There's 3 seconds till halftime. They're lined up quickly here. They probably drilled this all week. Last play gained 24. Oh, he throws it late out of bounds, and the clock's going to run out. That's one of those ones where you got to be able to go under center and just spike it right away.
Spike it and try at least to give yourself a field goal attempt.
So the clock hits 0-0 here at the halftime, but a great first half of play here at Ragsdale Boykin Field. It is Trinity 7, Alabama Christian nothing here at the half. You're watching the Extermatech Pest Control Game of the Week here on the Montgomery Sports Network.
Extermatech Pest Control is a small, passionate, and powerful team. If you have bugs bugging you, join the Extermatech family and have peace of mind that comes from the expertise of a professional company and enjoy their personal service. Extermatech is locally owned and operated. They've been bugging the competition for over 15 years. Each and every customer is important to them. Customer service, their number one goal. Call Extermatech 334-209-4590. Mid-State Burglar Bars and Ironworks Incorporated is a locally owned and operated business in Montgomery, Alabama. And we've been in business since 1985 and served Montgomery and the surrounding counties with burglar bars, ironworks. Our philosophy is being honest, dependable, and treating each customer with respect and selling a quality product at a fair price. If you need burglar bars or ironwork of any kind, call Mid-State Burglar Bars and Ironworks, Montgomery.
Check 1, 2. US Sports, and now it's back. Yep. The new Yo at 100.5 on your dial. Classic hip hop from back in the days. Tom Joyner in the morning and classic hip hop all day. Taking it back. This is Yo music. This is Yo music. The new Yo is back. Now at 100.5 on your radio. The new Yo 100.5. Classic hip hop.
It was 1917. Charlie Chaplin appeared as the Little Tramp, Walt Disney graduated from high school, and Woodrow Wilson was reelected president. And in Montgomery, Chris's sold their very first hot dog. Move forward to the 1950s. Hank Williams was hanging out at Chris's. Up through the 70s and 80s, many stars and politicians discovered Montgomery's little secret. Jump ahead to the new millennium. Riverwalk Stadium, the alleyway, and the new downtown. It's now 100 years later, and Chris's is still serving their world-famous hot dogs at 138 Dexter Avenue. How long has it been since you've tasted the city's most famous hot dog? Make Chris's part of your family history. Still family-owned and operated, Chris's makes every hot dog and hamburger to order. Take Chris's to your next party or event. Call-in orders are welcome. Online at chrishotdogs.com and on Facebook. Chris's Famous Hot Dogs. Taste the tradition.
Hey folks, this is Jody Wolf from American Oak and More, inviting you to shop with us during our Labor Day sale. Get up to 50% off the top tag price plus 0% interest for up to 5 years. That's up to 50% off on everything in the store. Plus get 0% interest for up to 5 years. We will be closed September 2nd and 3rd to spend time with our families, so hurry in to take advantage of these huge savings going on now. Excludes mattresses, accessories, and rustic outlet.
Like we've been saying for over 23 years, you don't pay with fake money, so don't settle for fake wood.
And welcome back to the Extermatech Pest Control Game of the Week. It's a halftime show here with Trinity with a surprising 7-0 lead over Alabama Christian. My name's Kane Young. I'm here with Daryl Dapperts. Daryl, very low scoring first half, but well played first half.
Yeah, well played by both defenses, and there's been sparks and flashes of some offensive potency. But I think if I had to look at one thing, self-inflicted. Alabama Christian fumbles the snap on third down. They've thrown the ball away, an interception in the middle of the field. So they've moved the ball. They've got more first downs than Trinity, a lot more yards, but they're not capitalizing. And right now they've got to turn that around in the second half because you let a team like Trinity hang around, it's going to be – they're starting to believe in themselves. I mean, you can tell with the way they're tackling, the way they're flying around to the football. And, Alabama Christian dominating the game statistically, but that doesn't matter. It's the scoreboard.
So we'll look at our first half stats. First downs in the first half. ACA with 10. Trinity with 4. 2 of those 4 came on the last possession there before the half.
Yeah.
But it's been the big play that's been with Trinity.
Yeah, if you can throw a 60, 70-yard bomb, you don't need to get 3 or 4 first downs. But the key is there's been sustained drives. You wonder if that'll pay off, Kane, though, late in the fourth quarter with as much possession that Alabama Christian has had, if Trinity's going to start to wear down.
Overall in the game so far, we'll look at Trinity. Their offense was a big question mark coming in here. They had the 56-yard touchdown pass to Singletary, 40 yards on the ground, most of them coming on the last drive before halftime, 90 through the air. The big receiver has been Singletary. He has 2 catches so far for 80 yards, 130 total for Trinity, and just 1 turnover. And then for ACA, 63 on the ground, 56 through the air for a total of 119. Some sack yardage on Solar has hurt them on a couple drives.
It has. I mean, he got sacked. Got sacked and fumbled, but they recovered. I mean, there's just been some different defensive alignments or stunts that I think has hurt Solar as far as trying to read that. He did have some success throwing the ball down the field. Hunt got going a little bit, back shoulder throws. I would look at that if I was the coaching staff at ACA at halftime and say, where do we have success? What formations, what plays do we run? But Trinity's defense is doing a good job of adjusting, and exactly what we said, if you key on Solar and keep him and stop him from running the ball. Now, Hibbert's had some success out in the open field around the edge, but who's going to emerge? Somebody's got to.
And the big receiver here in the first half for ACA has been Hunt. He has 4 receptions. Clark has 2 catches for 4 yards. Hibbert's been the main guy on the ground out of the running back position, besides Solar on the quarterback keeps. Penalty yards, only 20 yards in flags against ACA. Trinity struggled in that category a little bit early. They have 40 yards total. Good pass interference there by ACA before halftime. They just gave them the free 15, and Trinity unable to get another play off there. Get the ball spiked in the final 3 seconds.
Yeah, as hard as both teams have played, there has been some sloppy moments in the ball game, especially with some penalties. That penalty that ACA took, though, late turned out to be a really good penalty because it's a 15-yard penalty, not a spot foul. I would say the clock management for Trinity was a little bit puzzling at the end there. You could have spiked the ball with 1.5 seconds left and attempted a long field goal. That's what they should have done. Throwing that ball out of bounds where nobody had a chance as well was kind of double jeopardy there.
Yeah, and basically I would view that as a former coach. If you do that in the shotgun, it's considered intentional grounding if you just spike the ball from the shotgun. But if you go under center, you're allowed to do that and spike it. And, we live in an age where not a lot of teams take snaps under center, so that's a difficult proposition for a lot of teams, and especially in a quick moment.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, you would have had to go under center. Taking it out of the snap, or taking it out of the shotgun, you've got 1 second to get it back to you. It looked like he tried to throw it out of bounds. By the time he did, it sailed out of bounds. The clock had ticked off. If you're Trinity, you hope that doesn't come back to haunt you in a close ball game where, if ACA's up 3 late in the game or you're tied, that 3 points could have been huge.
So halftime here at Ragsdale Boykin Field. It is Trinity playing inspired football, leading ACA 7-0. We're going to take another time out here. We'll be back in just a moment. You're watching the Extermatech Pest Control Game of the Week on the Montgomery Sports Network.
The hits are on one station.
Hi, I'm Ed Sheeran.
This is Selena Gomez. Hey, this is Taylor Swift.
Hits 107.1.
This is Macklemore and Ryan Lewis.
Hey, this is Demi Lovato.
Hey, what's up? This is Omi.
It's all the hits on one station.
The songs you love.
Get all the hits.
Montgomery's hottest hits.
Hey, what's up, guys? This is Justin Bieber.
Tori Kelly here. I made the switch.
Every hour, 15 hits in a row.
Yeah.
Commercial-free music.
Montgomery's hot hit station. Hits 107.1.
I had a dream, a beautiful dream. I couldn't believe how real it seemed. Up on stage, in a field of green, on the winding river, and a song you'll sing. When I wake up, I'll see you here in Montgomery, where dreams come true.
Extermatech Pest Control is a small, passionate, and powerful team. If you have bugs bugging you, join the Extermatech family and have peace of mind that comes from the expertise of a professional company. and enjoy their personal service. Extermatech is locally owned and operated. They've been bugging the competition for over 15 years. Each and every customer is important to them. Customer service, their number one goal. Call Extermatech, 334-209-4590.
We're not your daddy's rock and roll station. 104.9, The Gump. Montgomery's alternative rock station. 104.9, The Gump. The only radio station in Montgomery playing new rock alternative. 104.9, The Gump. Montgomery's alternative rock station. 104.9, The Gump.
It was 1917. Charlie Chaplin appeared as the Little Tramp, Walt Disney graduated from high school, and Woodrow Wilson was re-elected president. And in Montgomery, Chris's sold their very first hot dog. Move forward to the 1950s. Hank Williams was hanging out at Chris's. Up through the 70s and 80s, many stars and politicians discovered Montgomery's little secret. Jump ahead to the new millennium. Riverwalk Stadium, the alleyway, and the new downtown. It's now 100 years later, and Chris's is still serving their world-famous hot dogs at 138 Dexter Avenue. How long has it been since you've tasted the city's most famous hot dog? Make Chris's part of your family history. Still family-owned and operated, Chris's makes every hot dog and hamburger to order. Take Chris's to your next party or event. Call-in orders are welcome. Online at chrishotdogs.com and on Facebook. Chris's Famous Hot Dogs. Taste the tradition.
And welcome back to the Extermatech Pest Control Game of the Week halftime here in Montgomery. Trinity 7 and ACA nothing here in a Class 4A Region 2 matchup. We'll take a moment here to thank our sponsors here on the Montgomery Sports Network. First, Extermatech Pest Control, our title sponsor, locally owned and operated. Extermatech Pest Control is a small, passionate, and powerful team voted best in Montgomery. If you have bugs bugging you, call Extermatech. They have been bugging the competition for over 15 years. Call 334-209-4590. ProtectingALWorkers.com. Workers' compensation attorney Matt Matthews has many years of experience litigating workers' compensation cases in Alabama. If you are hurt on the job, he can help you get the benefits you deserve. Visit protectingalworkers.com or call 334-721-4878. We'd also like to thank the Hank Williams Museum. This 6,000 square foot museum is located at 118 Commerce Street. You can take a step back in time and learn about the musical history and life of a Montgomery man who is known as the legendary singer Hank Williams. Browse the large gift shop. Groups are always welcome. We'd also like to thank Chris's Famous Hot Dogs. Chris's is celebrating 101 years in business in the capital city. Just located down the street from the Capitol building at 138 Dexter Avenue. Chris's Famous Hot Dogs, taste the tradition. Call orders in advance, 334-265-6850. Stop by tomorrow, pick up some sauce to take with you to your tailgate or your football watch party. We'd also like to thank Mid-State Burglar Bars and Ironworks. Mid-State Burglar Bars and Ironworks is a local owned and operated business. They have been in business since 1985 and serve the Montgomery and surrounding counties. They build and install burglar bars, AC guards, storm doors, and more. Make sure you check out their decorative handrails. It is a work of art. Their philosophy is being honest, dependable, fair-priced, and to treat each customer with respect. Call Mid-State 334-313-9015. And here's Darrell with the rest of our sponsors.
American Oak & More, committed to offering exceptional furniture at affordable prices. American Oak & More's friendly staff will help you locate exactly what you're looking for, from patio, mattresses, dining, bedroom, living room, entertainment consoles, youth, occasional furniture, and more. Voted best in Montgomery, you don't pay with fake money, so don't settle for fake wood. Call 334-277-7793. La Zona Rosa Hillwood Mexican Cafe, located at 2838 Zelda Road, minutes from downtown Montgomery. They are one of the area's finest Mexican restaurants. From their great lunch selection and value to the tablecloth and candle evening atmosphere for dinner, La Zona Rosa has something for all. Dine in or carry out available. Call 334-277-1153. Industrial Specialty Company Incorporated. Since its inception in 1974, Industrial Specialty Company has built an international reputation as a premier provider of high-quality, precision machine parts and assemblies, custom designed and fabricated industrial equipment, fixturing, tooling, aluminum anodizing, and military spec painting. Virtually every operation necessary in creating a part is completed under one roof, enabling them to control each project each step of the way. Their one-stop shop organization greatly simplifies client purchasing efforts and significantly reduces cost and lead times of products. Visit their website, www.industrialspecialty.com, or call 277-2224 to learn more about ISCI. And our media partner, the stations of Blue Water Broadcasting, News Talk 93.1, KISS FM, 97.9 Jams, Bama Country 98.9, Yo 100.5, Classic Country, The Possum 104.9, The Gump, and 107.1, The Vault. They are local folks helping local businesses. Call them today. Let them help your business at 334-244-0961. We want to thank all of our sponsors. We cannot do this without you. Go and support them, and please tell them that Montgomery Sports Network sent you.
Okay, we're going to take a quick time out here and come back and get ready to start the second half. We're just about 5 minutes here left on the clock. Our halftime score here from Ragsdale Boykin Field in Montgomery, it is Trinity 7, Alabama Christian nothing. You're watching the Extermatech Pest Control Game of the Week here on the Montgomery Sports Network.
Extermatech Pest Control is a small, passionate, and powerful team. If you have bugs bugging you, join the Extermatech family and have peace of mind that comes from the expertise of a professional company and enjoy their personal service. Extermatech is locally owned and operated. They've been bugging the competition for over 15 years. Each and every customer is important to them. Customer service, their number one goal. Call Extermatech, 334-209-4590.
Montgomery's best country is on Bama Country 98.9 WBAM. Bama Country with Bubba and Christy every weekday morning 5:30 to 10 a.m.
We're gonna have a house party.
Bama Country playing today's best country and all the country legends. Bama Country 98.9 WBAM. Listen to Bama Country 98.9 WBAM.
And welcome back to Montgomery here. We're at Trinity High School where Trinity leads Alabama Christian 7-0 in the Class 4A Region 2 matchup. You're watching the Montgomery Sports Network. Go to Facebook, our Facebook page, and like us. Have lots of highlights there, lots of good stuff for you. You can watch the games from numerous different avenues. You can look on YouTube, search Montgomery Sports Network and watch us there on your Roku device or smart TV. You can follow us on Twitter at MyMGMSports. You can also go to our website, mymgmsports.com, and see our full schedule of games. We were at Crampton Bowl last night where Park Crossing was a 32-15 winner over Dothan. And tonight we're out here in East Montgomery at Trinity where the Wildcats lead the Eagles 7-0. A few scores from around the state. Some teams we covered the last few weeks here in the Montgomery Sports Network. Stanhope Belmore leads Ben Russell. It's almost halftime up in Millbrook. They lead at 12-0 up there. Stanhope Belmore with the lead. Chilton County ahead of Shelby County at the half, 20-0. So the Tigers trying to get in the win column for the first time this year. We've had them the last 2 weeks. Some other scores of local interest here in the Montgomery area. Greenville all over Tallahassee right before halftime. It is Greenville 34 and Tallahassee 6. Some other scores we have at the moment. It is Lee Montgomery with a 12-7 lead over Jeff Davis at the half. And one other score, Spain Park leads Vestavia Hills 21-14 at the half. So a lot of action happening all over the state. Some other local scores, Holtville trails Hanley 14-0 at the half. Elmore County ahead of Leeds 21-7 at the half. And it is Wetumpka with a 16-0 lead on Clear at the half.
That's the one I was really interested in, the Wetumpka game. I thought they were playing Opelika tonight. I got bad information on that. It is Calera. So Wetumpka looking to continue its winning streak and its winning ways. A lot of good high school football around the area. This one right here, we talked about the keys to the game so far. They're coming to play. Trinity has gotten enough offense to sustain some drives, keep ACA off the field. On a night like tonight, you don't want to be Trinity and have a bunch of defensive plays run, because if you do with your depth issues, it's going to be a problem.
Yeah, and this possession here coming up to start the third quarter is going to be so important for the Wildcats. They lead us 7-0 with an opportunity presenting itself to go up by 2 scores here And the way your defense has played all night, you almost figure if you can get up 10 or 14, you're going to have a really good chance of hanging on and winning this game.
It's a great point. You kind of read my mind there. I'm thinking that this is going to be a lot more low-scoring than I thought. And Trinity, of course, has been used to playing low-scoring games from an offensive standpoint. But I just feel like it's going to take more than 7 or 10 to win this football game. We talked about it. I thought that Trinity was going to have to score into the 20s. I had no idea that ACA was going to be shut out at halftime with how potent their offense is. Now, the key is, from a coaching standpoint, this is where you earn your money. This is where, as a coach, you differentiate yourself and separate yourself. Which coach at halftime is able to make better halftime adjustments? We see at the college game all the time, the Nick Sabans, the Dabo Sweeneys, those coaches that have a lot of success, they may go into halftime and what they're doing, what their game plan, what they came in, but they adjust. You've got to be able to adjust. And we'll see if ACA can adjust or we'll see if Trinity can adjust. And that's where, from a coaching standpoint, it pays off.
So ACA, Solar, we talked about before the game, how would they face adversity? They're right smack dab in the middle of it now. I don't think they expected to be in that position. I don't think either of us expected to see them down here shut out in the first half.
No.
And they really need to get something going on offense.
They do, and, they've got to cash in. I mean, they've moved the ball. They've been into Trinity's inside in the red zone, I think 3 times in the first half with nothing to show for it, not even a field goal. So, I mean, if you're down 7-3 right now, you're feeling a little bit better about yourself than being shut out at halftime. I am completely shocked, to be honest with you, with the first half. It goes to show you that statistics and matchups of other games in a rivalry game like this truly don't mean anything. You throw it out, and that's such a cliche. But, I mean, you're seeing it happen in front of your own eyes.
Yeah, this is a bragging rights game here in the city. It's a series mentioned in the pregame that Trinity has dominated over the years, a 24-7 advantage all time. They had run off 7 in a row recently until ACA was able to break through with a win in 2016 and again last year. So ACA actually going for 3 in a row here. There's a sign down here in the end zone on the ACA side that says, "This is our town." So they're fighting for bragging rights in that old Capital City Conference you talked about, along with Montgomery Catholic and St. James and so on.
It was so much fun. They were all 3A at the time. I remember in the 90s. And, the bowl was always packed with the big games like Jeff Davis and Lee tonight. And then if you didn't go there, you came to a game like this. And it was just fun and to have the different options. And redistribution of classifications have taken some of that away, to be honest with you, Kane. I'm kind of a traditional guy on things like that, and I love – to see these teams match up every year and play 3 or 4 games against city rivals.
Yeah. Once the state went to 7A, 7 classes about 4 years ago, I think this is the 5th year for 7A, it really geographically changed the state a lot. A lot of teams have to travel. Some teams have 2 and 3 hour bus rides for just region games now, where in the past that almost was non-existent until the playoffs.
Yep.
And it affects a lot of things. But tonight we have a great crowd here. The gate going to be great for Trinity. Huge crowd on hand. They're lined up all around the fences on both end zones and so forth. A lot of support for both of these schools.
Yeah, the fence is the cool place to be. If you're one of the dads, you like hanging on the fence, you like watching the game, and it is. That's what I love when you're watching high school football and you see standing room only, and people really into the games, and not an empty seat to be had. You got to get here an hour early if you want to get a decent seat. That's great. It's great for the kids to play in front of that atmosphere, and it's great for the fans as well.
Yeah, we got here about 5 o'clock, some of our broadcast crew was here at 4 o'clock setting up, but the announcers allegedly, we'll use that in quotations, but we got here about 5 or a little bit after. Of course, we didn't know what we were doing. We parked a mile away and walked in. But by 6 o'clock, the stands here in the ACA side were full. Trinity a little bit later showing up, but I would almost argue that was because of the sun. They were facing the sun until
they were tailgating a little bit too out in the parking lot, out around the corner behind the building there. So it's full now, and just a great atmosphere for a football game. That's what you love to see, and we hope that our viewers are experiencing that and getting the full ambiance of that as they're watching this football game.
So just about 30 seconds from the captains here. We have a 20-minute halftime, and then they gave 3 minutes for everybody to warm up. And the temperature has cooled down a little bit. Not much breeze right now. All the flags down there in the end zone just kind of stuck still, much like last night at Crampton Bowl.
2 nights in a row stagnant. I mean, just really. But I'll take that over lightning delays all day long.
Yes. It's been a fairly good game. If you were with us last week in Clanton, we had a 2.5 hour lightning delay. We didn't get out of the stadium until right at midnight. I think I rolled in the house after stopping at the gas station about 1:15 a.m. It was a long night for all of us, but it was a good fun night. We were able to get that game in last week between Chilton County and Sylacauga.
I tell you something about that game that we walked out of that press box wondering, and it's coming to fruition tonight. Did the way Chilton County played that second half springboard them with some momentum going into the next game? And the answer is a definitive yes.
Yeah, and
the fact that they, even though they turned it over, that they were in a position to tie that football game, I think they carried that over, that confidence, and now they're just waxing Shelby County.
Yeah, 20-0 at the half up there in Columbiana.
So question answered there.
And Sylacauga with that win actually moved into the top 10 in the state rankings in 5A, so they're number 10 in the state right now.
Yeah.
So that ended up being a very good contest that came down to the final minute. So we're ready to kick off the second half here for ACA, and it looks like Trinity has a chance to get the football first here. Looks like number 17 is back deep. That is going to be Tate Holly for the Wildcats. And the kick is away. It's going to go towards the sideline over there. It's going to be Ellis making the grab. He goes quickly towards the Trinity bench. It's going to be knocked out of bounds around the 35-yard line. So that's where the Wildcats will set up shop here in the second half. In the first half, Bonner, the quarterback, was 3 for 5 with 90 yards. The two big plays, the Singletary, 56 yards for the touchdown, and a 24-yard pass right before the half. Running the ball, Hinneman was the best running back so far. They had the most carries in the first half. But Holly, before halftime, had a 20-yard burst there that kind of got Trinity in scoring position. So we'll see what happens here. It looks like Holly's coming out actually in the backfield here to start the second half. Ellis moves us to the H-back spot. They're going to hand off to Holly, left side. And he's going to have some good yardage there across the 40. And all of a sudden, he's near a first down. But it's going to be marked close to the sticks.
It's a good, effective play to come out on first down. ACA's coaching staff not happy at all, shaking their heads. Pretty disappointing with that first down. If you're ACA, the directive here is we need a 3-and-out. We got to have a 3-and-out. Do not let Trinity continue to feel good about themselves in this football game. If you're Trinity and you get a sustained drive and even get a field goal, man, you're off and running at that point with a momentum standpoint.
Holly stays in the game this time. Ellis motions to the left. They're going to hand off to Holly again. Oh, he is driven back that time by number 10 for ACA, Jeffrey Flowers.
He got smoked in the backfield, and that's a textbook tackle right there. He tackled him high, but he didn't drive him with the head or go with the crown of the helmet. So that was a great tackle.
Yeah, making the play, Flowers with a big hit. And here comes the 3rd down and 3 for Trinity in the opening minutes here of the third quarter. Henneman comes back in this time in the backfield with Bonner. They're going to motion Ellis here. Going to roll the pocket on the play action on the pass. Looks, throws late, and it goes incomplete. He was looking for Davis on the drag route, and it's going to be 4th down in the punting situation for Trinity.
The running back, 44, Henneman, got absolutely blown up in the backfield, too, by number 50 for ACA, Dawson Locklear. I mean, he absolutely just destroyed him on his way to the quarterback. So ACA, the directive was to hold. They did, as Hibbert goes back to field the punt.
So big opportunity here for ACA. They got the 3-and-out, which is what they wanted, as Barry comes on the punt for Trinity. High snap. He catches it, though. Kicks it away from Hibbert. It's going to take a good roll, an effective kick. Going to be down at the 32-yard line. That's where ACA will set up shop.
Well, ACA got what it wanted. A 3-and-out, decent field position at the 32. Let's see what kind of adjustments they made at halftime in the locker room offensively, what kind of formations, different things they may come out of after looking at what Trinity presented them with in the first half.
So the Wildcats, Solar, the quarterback. We'll see if he can get things going. Hunt was his favorite target in the first half. He had 4 receptions. Hibbert was getting most of the work at running back, and then Solar had several carries himself in the first half, as Hibbert is back there at this point with the H-back in the game. Looks like it is Whedon. Going to hand this off Hibbert right side, and not much happening there. He's met head-on by the Trinity defense for a short gain.
Both teams playing hard, hitting hard, but you realize it's a clean game. It really is. They're playing a clean, hard-fought, just good football game right now.
Yeah, no personal fouls, no
taunting, none of that stuff.
Trash talking, that's been non-existent.
They are just playing, and they respect each other. They, like I said, a lot of these kids have known each other for years.
So 2nd and 10 officially, no gain on the last play. Going to set offset to the right here with Hibbard. Solar is going to take it himself on the quarterback heap, and he falls forward out to about the 39 or the 34-yard line. Excuse me. He's going to pick up about 7 and to bring up a 3rd down and 3.
Manageable down. Look for the option to Hibbard right here. I think that's been there all night. They're going to key on Solar, and if they do that, he should have a big game.
The 3rd and 3, ball resting at the 34, under 9.5 to play here in the 3rd quarter. The Trinity defense has been stout all night. They're trying to force their own 3 and out as ACA goes with trips to the right side. One-on-one coverage over here with Clark. Solar keeps it back to the right. He's hit, but he keeps driving forward. I think he's going to have the 1st down. It's going to be close. It looks like he's going to get out to about the 38, 39. They stop the clock and move the chains for ACA.
That's leg drive right there. His legs, he kept his legs moving, kept his legs going, and because of that, he gets the 1st down.
So Wildcats get their initial 1st down. The Eagles get their initial 1st down of the 2nd half as the ball is resting currently on their own 39-yard line. As Clark, the receiver, comes near side, and looks like Hunt and Harmon go off to the right. Solar's going to pass here. He's looking for Clark, but he can't find him as he's dropped in the backfield for a huge loss on 1st down.
He had him. He just couldn't get rid of the ball fast enough there because of pressure. He was waiting for that to develop. He was waiting for Clark to clear the defensive back there and to get some separation.
It looked like it was number 5 for Trinity, John David Richards, making some contact there with a host of other defenders, and all of a sudden it is now 2nd down, and we're going to call it 17, ball resting on the 32-yard line. This time Hunt comes to the near side with Clark, and Harmon's over on the far side over there with Hibbard in the backfield. Going to be another quarterback keep for Solar, and he's going to push forward to about the 34, minimal gain of 2 on the 2nd down play.
They got that play diagnosed pretty good, and they can read it at the line of scrimmage. Trinity is adjusting and stunting a little bit when they're trying to guess if Solar is going to keep it, and when he does, they've got it covered up pretty good now.
The 3rd down and 15. Clark only has 2 catches for 4 yards. Hunt's been the main target. Harmon, they had targeted him one time, and they've got a pass interference out of it, but they were unable to score off of it in the 1st half for ACA. Solar looking. It's a stop and go to Clark. Clark running, and he's just out of his arms there. So they did a little hitch and go on the near sideline, and he's about a step short of the football.
They had Carson Hunt wide open at midfield, too. And a little turn-up route there, wide open where he just sat down in the zone coverage. That would have been good enough for a 1st down.
So the pass goes incomplete, and it'll be a punting situation for ACA as number 31, Nolan Sasser, goes back deep for Trinity, who had a big punt return in the 1st half of about 60 yards. Trinity also had a roughing the kicker penalty on one of these punts early in the game. Oh, it's blocked. It is blocked, and Trinity's going to get the football right there. I believe it was number 17. That was Tate Holly coming in there and getting the block for Trinity.
Slow developing. He blocked it right off his shoe. Blocked it right off the cleat there, and now Trinity sets up in great field position, I believe on the 33-yard line of Alabama Christian.
So we've run over 5 minutes here in the 3rd quarter, and the score remains 7-0 Trinity. A huge opportunity for them to cash this in. Ball is resting at the 33, and it looks like Hinneman's going to come out there with Bonner in the backfield. We're going to run it to Hinneman. He makes a man miss in the backfield, tries to drive forward, but nothing happening there. He's actually going to lose a yard on the play.
Great play by Locklear there to read that, to hang on, and to cut that running back. I think there'll be about a loss of 1, and attribute that to the speed of the Alabama Christian linebackers.
So 2nd down, we'll call it 11 from the 34. 6.5 left. This may be our last play to the heat timeout as we approach that 6-minute mark here in the 3rd quarter. 2 receivers to each side for Trinity. Bonner gets a snap, looks right, throws. It is complete. It's going to be Singletary again. He drives inside the 30 and then is finally thrown down. He's going to pick up about 6 yards there. Bring up third down and about 5 or 6 here for Trinity. Singletary has been the main target tonight for the Wildcats.
Singletary with a big reception and the long touchdown.
And now we have our heat timeout, so we'll take a break with them here. It is 7-0 Trinity with the Wildcats on the move. You're watching the Extermatech Pest Control Game of the Week here on the Montgomery Sports Network.
Experience the history of the first country music superstar and see how Hank Williams transformed country music and sowed the seeds of what was to become American music. Visit the Hank Williams Museum, nestled in historic downtown Montgomery, Alabama. The Hank Williams Museum is one of the top tourist attractions in Alabama. Museum hours are 9 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Monday through Friday, 10 to 4 on Saturday, and 1 to 4 on Sunday. And they offer group rates, AAA, and military discounts.
So we're back here, the heat timeout as mandated by the state of Alabama. 5:47 left, third quarter. Trinity has been gift-wrapped the football here after the block punt, and they face a 3rd down and 6 at the ACA 29-yard line. So this is probably 4-down territory if they don't go backwards here.
Could have been a bigger play. I think that's a great job by ACA's defense to limit that gain on that pass play.
So they'll empty the backfield here for Bonner. He's going to look to throw. Steps up left. He hits Hinneman on the crossing route. Hinneman's going to have the first down and is racing down the left sideline. Big play for Trinity. He's near the goal line, and they're going to mark him out of bounds short of the end zone, even though he hit the pylon. We'll have to see officially where that is, but it's 1st and goal for the Wildcats.
Hinneman on the little swing pass that time. They had not run that play all night. Caught ACA off guard a little bit. He gets outside and dives for the pylons. He stepped out at the 5 before he launched himself.
You have to wonder how that heat timeout affected Trinity there. They were able to huddle up, get exactly what they wanted.
Yep, they did.
So it's 1st and goal. Resting at the 5. They're going to go with a full house backfield this time. Bonner's going to hand off Hinneman. Right side, driving. Stood up by the ACA defense. He's going to pick up a couple yards, and that's about it.
ACA right now has just got to be a brick wall. Absolutely keep Trinity out of the end zone. If anything, you got to limit him to a field goal.
So 2nd down and goal. We'll give him 1 on the play. That's it. This time Hawley steps in the backfield with Bonner. They're going to roll the pocket to the right. He throws late, and that's going to be a catch over there for Singletary for his 2nd touchdown of the night, and it's 13-0. Trinity leads.
Hard to get him when he's out there in isolation like that, one-on-one with the defensive back in the coverage, and Singletary runs a nice route, corner route. Bonner puts it right on the money. 13-0. ACA finds themselves in a position they did not think they were going to be in.
So the Wildcats, who have not scored an offensive touchdown all year, have 2 tonight so far, and that's been the difference here. That's been enough with a 13-0 lead. Barry is on to attempt the extra point. They had a high snap on the last one. See how this one goes. It's down, up, and the kick is good. So our new score, 4:53 left, third quarter. It's Trinity 14, ACA nothing. You're watching the Extermatech Pest Control Game of the Week here on the Montgomery Sports Network.
I had a dream, a beautiful dream. I couldn't believe how real it seemed. Up on stage, in a field of green, on the winding river, and a song you'll sing. When I wake up, I'll see you here in Montgomery, where dreams come true.
So a 33-yard scoring drive for Trinity gives them the 2-score lead, 14-0, all set up by the block punt on the earlier possession.
Right off the foot there. Second time, of course, the first time was roughing. This time stayed away, took the angle, Kane, where he came in at a certain angle where he would not rough him. He took the punt right off the foot. And now let's see if 14-0 adversity here, if ACA can come back get some kind of sustained drive.
So Hibbard back deep for ACA.
A nice return right here would be just what the doctor ordered for the Eagles.
Barry has it teed up and kicks it deep. Hibbard's going to collect it at about the 10-yard line. Going straight up the middle here, tries to hit the seam there, and he's going to be dropped at about the 25-yard line, and that's where the Eagles will set up shop. So what does Alabama Christian have to do to get this offense going here in the third quarter?
I'd go back to what worked really, really well in the second quarter, and that's some of those different routes, that tree of routes that they were running where they had three receivers at the same time, maybe one guy down the sideline, but that third down was wide open at midfield. So I would run some intermediate routes just to kind of get some confidence for Solar and move the ball down the field. You cannot get impatient right now, Kane, and try to get 14 back in one play.
Yeah, it's danger time here for ACA. They need to get something going and put something on the board as Hunt and Clark come to the near side in the formation. Bryant, the H-back, and they're looking for Bryant out in the flat. He throws late to Hunt across the middle on the drag route. It goes incomplete. It's a play we saw in the first half that ended up in an interception.
And that play's open. It's just you got to throw it earlier and throw it to the right shoulder, and that's a first down if he does.
And we have a player cramping up out there for ACA. Looks like one of the linemen is down at the moment. He's trying to stretch out, number 55 for ACA. We'll have to look deep in the roster to find him. That is Chase Whitfield at the moment, trying to stretch that out as the players will take a knee here. So we'll take a quick timeout here as the player is being attended to. 4:40 left third quarter. It's Trinity 14, ACA nothing.
State Burglar Bars and Ironworks Incorporated is a locally owned and operated business in Montgomery, Alabama. And we've been in business since 1985 and served Montgomery and the surrounding counties with burglar bars, ironworks. Our philosophy is being honest, dependable, and treating each customer with respect and selling a quality product at a fair price. If you need burglar bars or ironwork of any kind, call Mid-State Burglar Bars and Ironworks, Montgomery.
So Class 4A Region 2 action on the way here as Trinity has jumped out over ACA 14-0 in a rivalry game. Just to refresh everybody's memory about Class 4A Region 2, it is Alabama Christian, Ashford, Booker T. Washington out of Tuskegee, Montgomery Catholic, Dale County, Headland, and Trinity. So Trinity right now in command of this game. Of course, it can change in one play as we saw last night down at Crampton Bowl. But the Wildcats' defense has been solid all night.
They really have. I mean, they've limited ACA what they've wanted to do. They've taken the passing game away, and we talked about that. It had to get going. It has not. And now they've taken away the quarterback draw and the quarterback run, and that's going to make it very difficult. You've got to reach into more diverse play calling and get some balls downfield if you want to come back and tie there, get back in this football game.
So still attending to the injured player for ACA as both teams taking a knee here and a sign of sportsmanship. And as you said earlier, Darryl, this has been a very clean game, just not a lot of jawing out there or anything, which is nice to see.
They've hit hard and they've tackled and they've played very, very hard and played rough, tough football, but it's all been clean between the whistles. There's no late stuff, nothing like that that's dirty at all, and both teams are to be commended for that.
Still attending to the player out there. 4:40 to halftime, or excuse me, 4:40 left here in the third quarter. And as we said earlier, Trinity has not scored an offensive touchdown until this evening. Basically, all of their points so far this year. In fact, their only score was on a scoop and score last week at Andalusia. And we'll check, see if we can find some other scores here while we have a moment. It is Elmore County 14 leads 0. That game is at halftime. Chilton County now up over Shelby County 28-0 late third quarter. St. Paul's out of down in Mobile area is tied with 7 in the third quarter with Baldwin County. Oxford leads Pell City 19-0 in the third quarter. And maybe the biggest game in the state tonight, it is Hoover and Thompson. Hoover with a 24-12 lead on Thompson at the half.
Yeah, that's impressive. Hoover's got some athletes. They looked so impressive against Pinson Valley on ESPN to open up the season.
Yeah, that game was on ESPN doubleheader 2 weeks ago. Played on a Saturday afternoon, and can't imagine playing out there in the sunlight like that.
It was 1 o'clock kick, I believe.
And Hoover just laid it on the The Hoover, the 7A state champion here. And Alabama taking on the defending 6A champion, Pinson Valley, who has a quarterback, Bo Nix, that's going to Auburn next year. But Pinson Valley took on the chin pretty hard on that Saturday afternoon. Still attending to the player for ACA. I didn't think it was anything serious. It looked like he was having a cramp.
No, I mean,
earlier.
I thought so too, but they're looking at both legs now and stretching them out.
So we're going to take another quick timeout here. 4:40 left, third quarter. You're watching the Extermatech Pest Control Game of the Week. It is Trinity 14 and ACA nothing.
If you're injured on the job, the law requires your employer to pay your medical expenses and cover your lost wages for any work-related injury. Employers and their insurers often try to deny workers' compensation claims or limit your benefits. Whether you're totally disabled and cannot work or if you've suffered some impairment, attorney Matt Matthews has years of experience litigating. For more information, go to the website protectingalworkers.com. That's protectingalworkers.com.
So we're back here at Ragsdale Boykin Field, still dealing with the injured ACA player, which is, we believe, number 55, Chase Whitfield, the junior offensive lineman for ACA. Kind of stretching his leg out. There's been no motion. There's an ambulance sitting down in the end zone. There's been no motion to bring anybody out there from that, even though this is going on 5 minutes now in stoppage time. Does this delay help either team out or favor one over the other, you think?
I think it slows down Trinity's momentum a little bit. I mean, obviously, of course, it's ACA's football, but I think, Trinity was rolling. They had all the momentum. Their crowd was pumped. Their players were pumped, and now they sit and wait for this to get taken care of. Of course, the most important thing right now is the young man's health. It just looked like a cramp as he rolled over and was trying to stretch it out. So, you hope it's not a hamstring issue or something along those lines. Ambulance doors are open, but like you said, they're just sitting there stagnant.
So 4:40 left here, the third quarter, as the big crowd here has gone silent for the moment. And Trinity, with their second-year coach Barry Loyal coming in here, this would be a huge statement win for him. Maybe a season-defining game for them at this point.
They definitely had this one circled, especially coming off 2 tough losses and the way Alabama Christian played against Pike County. And so, Alabama Christian's defense, which had been so stellar against Pike County, giving up 2 touchdowns. Very difficult to come back if you do not have a effective or lethal passing game. I mean, you can do it if you're tied running the football. Obviously, if you're ahead, you want to run the football. Clock runs. But when you're trying to come from behind, you've got to be able to throw the ball effectively.
Okay, we're going to take another quick timeout here. It is 14-0, Trinity with the lead.
Extermatech Pest Control is a small, passionate, and powerful team. If you have bugs bugging you, join the Extermatech family and have peace of mind that comes from the expertise of a professional company and enjoy their personal service. Extermatech is locally owned and operated. They've been bugging the competition for over 15 years. Each and every customer is important to them. Customer service, their #1 goal. Call Extermatech 334-209-4590. Mid-State Burglar Bars and Ironworks Incorporated is a locally owned and operated business in Montgomery, Alabama. And we've been in business since 1985 and served Montgomery and the surrounding counties with burglar bars, ironworks. Our philosophy is being honest, dependable, and treating each customer with respect and selling a quality product at a fair price. If you need burglar bars or ironwork of any kind, call Mid-State Burglar Bars and Ironworks, Montgomery.
So Chase Whitfield, the injured player for ACA, able to get off on his own power there, which is good to see. So it's 2nd and 10, ACA. 4.5 left, third quarter. Oh, there's a high snap over Solar's head. He goes back and just falls on it inside the 10-yard line. That is a disaster for ACA.
He did the smart thing by just falling on the ball, not trying to pick it up and run with it or try to do anything, because then that makes it worse. But, yeah, that's a huge, huge loss right there for the ACA Eagles.
So and this is our third straight week here broadcasting, 4th game of the year, but 3rd week And we have seen these situations before, Darryl, 3rd and 28, 3rd and 30, where teams have been getting first down. So anything could happen here, as we've seen the last couple weeks, especially last night over Crampton Bowl with Park Crossing. As Solar brings his team out. He has Bryant out here in the trips formation this time with Hunt and Clark. Low snap again. Solar throws it, looking, and that pass is off the hands. Looked like it was Bryant who had his hands on it, falls incomplete. Still would have been short of the first down, but would have picked up some valuable yardage there. Get him out of the hole.
If he could have kept his feet, went down the sidelines, he gets a first down. But you're right, if he just comes down with it, he's short 5 yards. That was a good throw that time by Solar, put it on the money.
So 4th down, and Nolan Sasser back to returning here, standing at midfield. The last punt was blocked by Trinity. Let's see if Solar can get this one out of here. 3.5 left, 3rd quarter. And a nice kick, good hang time. Sasser under it at midfield, works left. And stutter steps for a moment. Now he's got the corner, it looks like. Oh, a big block. Headed down the sideline. Sasser cuts it back right. He may score. He's got to take it to the house. Touchdown, Trinity. 50-yard return for Sasser.
3 good blocks that time that sprung him, but give Sasser credit. He did a lot of that just right all on his own. But there was 2 or 3 blocks that were just really, really good that sprung him. And once he turned it upfield, Kane, it was over.
Yeah, he had 2 men on him right when he called it, but he did a little hesitation there, then was able to outrace him to the sideline. And as you said, Darryl, some good blocks there, and he was able to cut it back and race him for the touchdown. 20-0 Trinity. And now we have a whistle and a timeout, ACA. I don't think they had enough defenders on the field here for the extra point. So timeout. We'll keep it right here for the moment. But I don't know that anybody came in the stadium tonight and would have expected Trinity to be up by 3 touchdowns late 3rd quarter, especially considering they could not put any points on the board the first 2 weeks.
You're right. I mean, I if anything, I'd have thought the scoreboard would have been flipped. If you asked me someone was going to be winning 21-0 or 20-0 with 3:10 left in the 3rd quarter, I would have definitely thought it would have been ACA. But another self-inflicted wound there with the snap over Solar's head and makes a punt deep. Good return by Sasser, but he got it at the 45. So the snap over the head of Solar that time really put them back behind the chains.
So extra point attempt coming up here. ACA now has 2 timeouts remaining after they have to exhaust one there on the extra point attempt. And Trinity's just going to line up and kick it as Barry comes on. He's 2 for 2 so far this evening. Good snap, spot, kicks up. And it is true, our new score, 3:10 left, 3rd quarter from Ragsdale Boykin Field. It is Trinity 21, ACA nothing. You're watching the Extermatech Pest Control Game of the Week on the Montgomery Sports Network.
Good morning, Alabama.
How'd you sleep last night?
Not good. Hey folks, this is Cassidy.
And Cody Wolf. Come see us at Wolf Boys Bedding, where we don't want to just sell you a mattress. We want to teach you how to buy the right mattress that will improve your life.
Shop the Labor Day sale going on now with queen mattress sets starting at $2.99 and twins starting at $99.
Plus, for a limited time, get up to 5 years interest-free financing on qualifying Jamison mattresses.
Your best night's sleep awaits you at Wolf Boys Bedding next to American Oak and More.
So if you're just joining us, it has been Trinity with the 2 big plays on offense, touchdown passes for the Wildcats from the quarterback John David Bonner to Jack Singletary from 56 yards, and then again from 5 yards out, and then the big punt return by Nolan Sasser to get us our 21-0 score here in the 3rd quarter as Barry tees it up to kick off, and it looks like we have a different return man back there. That is going to be number 7 for ACA. That is Harmon, Alex Harmon, back deep, one of the receivers. Kick is away. Harmon receives it at his own 10-yard line. Comes near side, and he's dropped it about the 25-yard line. So once again, good coverage by Trinity.
Yeah, Trinity does a good job. Takes it out to the 25. Runs it right up the middle. And I tell you, not just because we want to keep people viewing in, this game's not over. And I'll tell you why this game's not over. With 3:03 left to go, if ACA can score a touchdown in the third quarter and cut it to 21-7. They got the whole fourth quarter to try to tie this thing up. But I think this drive is key. This is the drive of the game right here. You've got to get points if you're ACA on this drive.
Yeah, so we'll see what Solar and company can do. But they got to get a score and put some game pressure back on Trinity. Going to hand this off. It looks like Hibbard driving across the 25 to about the 27. A short gain of 2 that time for the running back.
Yeah, Trinity thinks he fumbled. He did not. His knee was down. Got to do something through the air, though. You're down 21-0. You can't run traps and draws right up the middle.
Yeah, and ACA is going to have to pick up the pace here. The huddle is fine the last few weeks when they had the lead and so forth and sloppy conditions, but they're going to have to get in and out and get their plays going quicker here. Play clock winding down here towards 12, 11, and 10. Valuable time going off the clock here for ACA. Solar's going to look to throw. Has a man over there. That's a nice catch.
It's a great catch.
Great catch. I think it was number 87 for ACA. We haven't seen him all night. That was going to be Miller McCarthy on the catch, the tight end.
He's a tight end and a linebacker, one of their best linebackers, and has a lot of tackles. Was, like I told you, the Alabama High School honorable mention last week with 10 tackles against Pike County. But that was a good offensive set, and he was wide open in the middle of the field.
So play picks up 20, and it's a first down for ACA as they are on their own 48-yard line. This time McCarthy will come to the near side with Clark. And Bryan and Trips. Solar looking. He's going deep down the right sideline. He's looking for Harmon over there. It goes incomplete as the clock stops with 1:46 left here in the third quarter.
It's worth taking a shot downfield, though, see if you can get some separation. I'd like to see that ball thrown closer to the middle of the field, though, Kane, to give him a chance to make the play.
So have to figure that this is almost 4-down situation from here on out for ACA. 1:46 left third quarter. And the Wildcats the Eagles trying to get something on the move. I've said that, done that 100 times, get these teams' names mixed up on the mascot. Sorry, I apologize for that. But 21-0, ACA trails Trinity here as Clark comes out here with McCarthy to the near side and Bryant. And Solar's going to keep it straight up the middle, across midfield, into Trinity territory. He's going to pick up about 5 and it'll bring up a third down situation for ACA.
Nice, makes it more manageable, 3rd and 5. Now if you can run that little flat pass out in the flat, get your first down, keep the chains moving.
So far tonight, Solar is 8 for 16 with the 1 interception. So we approach the final minute here in the third quarter from Trinity. Again, Trips to the near side. Still some tight coverage out here by the corners for Trinity. And Solar's going to keep it back to the right. He's across the 45. He's going to have the first down at the 41. It's a gain of 6. And
nice.
And ACA's on the move again.
Yeah, nice run that time, kind of weaving through traffic. 54 seconds left to go in the third quarter. I agree with you, though, when we started this drive. I'd love to see tempo here. See them pick up the pace and go maybe no huddle and get some more offensive plays.
So 54 seconds left here in the now there's a penalty apparently, and they already moved the chains. So this is going to take a little time here to get it figured out. The flag was on the far side of the field. We don't have a very high elevation point here at Trinity to recognize that, but they have already moved the chains after the 6-yard gain and what appeared to be a first down for ACA. The ball is resting at the 49, which kind of seems kind of odd if it's a block in the back penalty. That math doesn't add up right.
That's what it was. I wish the official would tell us officially what it was, but that's a late flag there after the play was over. And the side judge coming over here, the head linesman, to talk this over with the ACA staff. But that almost means the flag had to take place further downfield. They marked it back only at the 49. They do keep the first down, I guess. It's first and 10. I mean, the only way.
Well,
no, is it?
It should be. Probably. It was 3rd and 5 initially, but you may be right. They're going to give them the first down, looks like, and just mark it back. So, I don't know. 1st and 10 is what we have on the down markers. We're going to go with it. Clock running again. 50 seconds left, 3rd quarter. Solar looks. Under pressure again, steps out, look out from behind, dumps it off. Nice play to Hibbert. Hibbert has some room across here, and he fumbles the ball late. I think he's marked down. He is marked down, but it's going to be a gain of 8 and a heads-up play by Solar to get rid of the football.
That was a great play. That Brett Favre-esque right there. He was wrapped up and did the flip. Just flipped it with his offhand, and just a great athletic move to turn a 5 or 6 yard loss into a big gain.
So 2nd and 2, clock running. Can they get another play off? There's 17, 16, 15 left here in the 3rd quarter. They finally break the huddle. Play clock not a factor at this point. Down to 10 seconds left. 2 receivers each side for ACA. A low snap. Solar has trouble with it. He's going to be dropped for a loss, and that's going to bring us to triple zeros here in the 3rd quarter. So our score at the end of 3. It is Trinity 21, Alabama Christian nothing. You're watching the Extermatech Pest Control Game of the Week.
Extermatech Pest Control is a small, passionate, and powerful team. If you have bugs bugging you, join the Extermatech family and have peace of mind that comes from the expertise of a professional company and enjoy their personal service. Extermatech is locally owned and operated. They've been bugging the competition for over 15 years. Each and every customer is important to them. Customer service, their #1 goal. Call Extermatech 334-209-4590.
97.9 Jams, the new home of the Ricky Smiley Morning Show.
Hey, what up? This is your boy Ricky Smiley from the Ricky Smiley Morning Show on my new home, Montgomery, the Gump. ASU, what's up?
Throwback Quickie Mix at noon, the live drive at 5, and Top 5 at 9. Your favorite jams are on now. Drake, Rihanna, T.I., Nicki Minaj, Chris Brown, and Beyonce are all at 979jams.com and on your radio at 97.9. Tune in and turn up. 97.9 Jams.
So welcome back to Ragsdale Boykin Field here in East Montgomery, home of the Trinity Wildcats. Trinity with a 21-0 lead over ACA as we enter the 4th quarter. And ACA facing a 3rd down and 2 at the Trinity 41-yard line. And for ACA, this is definitely 4-down territory as we go to the 4th quarter. See if they can get something going here. Get on the scoreboard.
I guess they're keeping it at 3rd and 2. I guess he got back to the line of scrimmage, King.
Yeah, maybe. Hibbard in the backfield still with Solar. Yeah, Solar's going to keep it. He has some room this time. He's going to barrel forward inside the 35 for a 1st down for ACA.
Good run that time. Good play call. The quarterback draw has been there. Out of the shotgun, he's picking the particular hole there to go through, and he's able to keep the clock or to keep the chains moving.
So ACA still in the huddle, being very deliberate here as they get the signal from the sideline. Clock starts running again. 11:45 left here in the 4th quarter. As Harmon comes to the near side.
Well, I can go out on a limb and tell you that Chase Whitfield's injury is definitely cramps when you see the mustard come out. Unless he wants a hot dog on the sidelines, the mustard is cramps.
Real old school. Solar throws it. Oh, and he got it past the line of scrimmage. He's out of the pocket, so it won't be grounding. But, yeah, that mustard, that's an old school trick there. Next thing you know, that
pickle juice.
Pickle juice, yeah.
Pickle juice and mustard gets them cramps taken care of.
So, pass goes incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10. Clock stop, 11:24 left. And that pass went incomplete for Solar. He is currently, let me do my math here, 6, 8. He's now 8 for 17 on the night, throwing the football. And Trinity's content to make them just take the short passes and eat up clock at this point. Solar fakes the sweep, now throws, has a man open. That is going to be Hunt on the grab, and he took a big hit. Pass was complete down near the 5-yard line for Carson Hunt, and he is down at the moment.
Great throw that time by Solar. Hits Hunt in the seam route, but he gets drilled from the side. Clean hit, but it could have just knocked the wind out or could have got him in the shoulder.
Yeah, 28 yards on the play in a 1st and goal situation for ACA. And Carson Hunt has had himself a night. That was his 5th catch of the night here for the Wildcats. Or excuse me, for the Eagles. Did that again. But Hunt has, so far tonight, he has 80 yards on 5 catches. And he's hopped up. He hops up. He's going to take it to the sideline and gets a big applause from the visiting fans here.
Could be an example of just getting the wind knocked out. I mean, he got absolutely stroked midfield, and that could be, or middle of the field, and that could be what it was.
So it'll be 1st and goal for ACA they're going to mark it officially at the 6-yard line. See if they can have the play in here as the coaching staff was out there attending the Hunt. .16 left, and they're going to start the clock as they break the huddle. Looks like McCarthy is in there in the slot for ACA now. He's a big target also. There's a handoff, Hibbert, right side, spinning, and he's in. Touchdown for ACA. They are finally on the board on the touchdown run by Hibbert.
Biggest drive of the game for the Eagles. They did exactly what they had to do. They had to score there. And even though they did it with still going into the 4th quarter, for all intents purposes, you're still early in the 4th quarter. Now you're only down 14. The directive will be to hold 3 and out for Trinity. They're right back in this ball game.
Yeah, the ACA sideline is pumped up now. You see a lot more energy here than we saw a few minutes ago, but a good 4-minute scoring drive for ACA to get on the board. And they are going to go for 2. They're going to set the ball on the far hash. Maybe let's see if they roll Solar out here to the near side. They're going to put Clark out left with Hibbert.
They ran 2 two-point conversions. They converted both against Pike County. This is their thing.
They did. They're going to roll the pocket here with the motion. Solar looking, throws late, and it goes off the hands of Harmon, incomplete. And so our score will stay at 21-6. So 10:57 left here, 3rd quarter. It is Trinity 21, ACA 6. You're watching the Extermatech Pest Control Game of the Week on the Montgomery Sports Network.
Montgomery's best country is on Bama Country 98.9 WBAM. Bama Country with Bubba and Christy every weekday morning 5:30 to 10 a.m.
We're gonna have a house party.
Bama Country, playing today's best country and all the country legends. Bama Country 98.9 WBAM. Listen to Bama Country 98.9 WBAM.
So we're back at Ragsdale Boykin Field. ACA on the board finally here. Early in the 4th quarter, it is Trinity 21.
Trying to get a little intel to see if Alabama Christian has an effective kicker, because in that situation, you'd want to kick the extra point to get within 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they do, why they went for 2 there. It really doesn't benefit you. If you miss an extra point, then you want to come back and go for 2.
Yeah, it'll be interesting here. Looks like they may be setting up for an onside kick. Trinity has 10 men up near the line of scrimmage, which you saw last night.
If you can pooch that into the 25-yard line to do that first wave, that would be huge.
As it looks like Singletary's back deep for Trinity. But they're going onside kick, and it rolls. A nice job there recovering it by Trinity at about the 40-yard line.
Yeah, that wasn't really effective. It didn't hop. You got to have it skip. You got to have it hop. Or it would have been nice to pooch kick over that initial wave to about the 30 or 25, and then it would have been wide open, anybody's football at that point.
So ACA is up to their defense now to try to get that quick 3 and out. The last thing they can do is have Trinity take 5, 6, 7 minutes off this clock.
No, it's got to be a 3 and out quick, and now you've got to definitely go for 2 if you score a touchdown.
It is John David Bonner at quarterback. He's going to have Hinneman in the backfield with him. Hinneman gets the handoff right side, and he's met for a minimal gain. Gets out to about the 43. It's a gain of 1.
Good job by the ACA defense swarming to the football, and that's got to be the plan right now, is just gang tackling, swarming defense right now. But be careful for the little play action. Bonner's had the potential to go downfield, especially to his favorite target, Singletary.
2nd and 9 at the 43. Trinity looking to the sideline for the signal. Play clock is at 15 seconds. And they're going to stay.
And I'll tell you, Sasser showed me some speed on the punt return. You get a little bubble screen to him, it could be dangerous too.
Motion this side. They're going to give it back, and ACA is all over at that time. It looked like it was number 6, Schelmner on the tackle. Or check that, it was number 5, my bad. Hendricks on the tackle for ACA.
It's easy to gauge the senior players because all their parents have their shirts and the names on the back of the jersey.
There you go.
So it's pretty simple.
So it's 3rd down and 11. Do you think Trinity puts the ball up in the air here?
I don't. I think they're very content with the way their defense has played with 9:42 remaining in the game and up 21-6. I think they're going to go conservative here and just hand the ball off and punt and try to play defense. But they don't. So
a screen back to the left, and it falls incomplete. But there's a late flag. I think it's going to be roughing the passer on ACA.
That's a terrible call. I'm just going to tell you. I mean, we'll have a chance to look at it later. But it looked like just as he released the football, he was hit. It did not look late to me at all. I mean, he was still in the motion of releasing the ball. The ball may have been out of his hands, but his body was going forward, and that's a costly penalty for ACA.
So it is roughing the passer. And a 1st down for Trinity with 9.5 left here in the ball game. A big break for Trinity. And clock will not start until the snap after the incomplete pass. Let's see if ACA can dial it up again here.
Another self-inflicted wound right there by ACA, costly.
Holly in the backfield this time. They're going to call his number. He goes right, and he's wrapped up and dropped for no gain.
Not only did you have them stopped, you had them stopped with the clock stopped because it was an incomplete pass. So you didn't have to waste the timeout. You really saved a lot of time there. So that was a crucial mistake.
Yeah, Trinity's going to get to take at least another 32 minutes more off this clock here. ACA has 2 timeouts remaining. Trinity has all 3. Trinity content to take their time. Play clock is at 10 seconds now as they get back to the line of scrimmage after looking to the sideline. Holly back there in the backfield with John David Bonner. Bonner looks. He's going to throw it deep, looking, and it goes incomplete.
Ooh, and ACA got away with one there.
They did. They looked like it was a little contact that time.
There was a hold around the waist that time by Corey Nixon, who was beat deep, and he kind of grabbed around the waist, got away with it.
15 Marshall, the intended receiver on the play for Trinity. So Trinity was going for the kill right there. Clock stopped, though. 8:39 left, and here we are, 3rd and 10 again.
I'm surprised that they're throwing the ball with 8:39 left to go. If they keep running it, just clock would run, force ACA to take some time out. So if they did it on 2nd down, obviously with the empty set, they're going to do it here on 3rd down.
So trips to the near side. Bonner looks right. He's under heavy pressure. He's going to roll out here, dumps it off, and it falls out of the hands of his running back, Hinneman. If Hinneman could have hung on to that, he had some green grass in front of him.
Yeah, I don't know if he would have got the 1st down. He had to get 7 more yards. Number 50 was closing in on him, but anything else now, though, that stops the clock because of the incomplete pass.
So 8:32 left.
What was about a minute ran off because of that penalty?
At most. They were going to get back with just over 9 minutes. So Hibbert goes back deep here for ACA. He's down on his 15-yard line. A punting situation here as Barry comes on for Trinity. Good snap.
Ooh, close to getting blocked.
Kick is away. Hibbert will not play it off the bounce, and Trinity's gone down at the 1-yard line. You talk about a perfect kick. That's the 2nd one of the night for Barry that.
Yeah, one went to the 3, this one went to the 1, and all it did was just roll, and you don't want to pick that up. I mean, Hibbert did the right thing by staying away from it. that's a difficult punt to field there.
So 8:24 left as ACA gets the football back. And first thing they have to do is try to get out of the hole, as they have to go 99 yards at this point to make this a one-score, potentially make it a one-score game. They're still going to need an extra point. See if Trinity backs up a little bit here on defense with so much yardage behind them. Bryant comes to the near side with Harmon. Clark out left to the far side. Solar's going to roll near side. He's going to keep it himself. Good leg drive, spinning out across the 5 to the 6 or 7 yard line. We'll give him 5 yards there.
That's what they needed to get out of the shadow there at the 1 yard line. Anything at all that doesn't move forward, it's dangerous in safety territory, but he brings it out, gives them a little bit of breathing room for the ACA offense.
So second down, we'll call it 5 from the 6 yard line for ACA. They're still huddling up, under 8 to play now. And this time they got an H back in there now. Gonna hand this off to, it's like Hibbard. He's gonna pick up a couple out to about the 9. They'll bring up a 3rd down and 2.
Big 3rd and 2 right here. Got to keep the chains moving, because if you don't and you're punting in your own end zone, you know Trinity's going to get good field position. And Sasser has been very dangerous in the return game.
So 3rd down, 2, ball resting on the 8 yard line. They go trips to the left this time. Low snap. Solar picks it up, drives. He's going to be stopped short of the yard to gain, and it's 4th down and decision time for ACA.
Well, the low snap just totally throws your timing off. It breaks everything up. That's meant to be a quick hitter. When you get the snap go, when you roll the snap like that, it really slows everything down.
So 6:50 clock running. Looks like ACA is going to go for it. As I see, looks like Clark is limping off here to the near sideline. Clock continues to run, 6:35, 6:34, and so on. So 4th and 2 for ACA. Solar, quarterback counter, springs loose, out to the 20. It's a pickup of 13 and a 1st down for the quarterback.
That's a big play right there. A lot of guts to call that play on 4th and 2 and inside your own 10. Pays off for ACA, and they're still alive with 6:17 remaining in the football game.
And a Trinity player is down. Might be another cramp. No one from the Trinity medical staff has made it out there yet. I see a substitute coming into the game for Trinity, but the player there, I believe it is number 73 for Trinity, Carter Grice. Trying to stretch out, looks like, with 6:17 left. So we're going to take a quick timeout. 6:17 left. It is 21-6. Trinity over ACA. We'll be back in just a moment.
Check 1, 2. US Sports, and now it's back. Yep. The new Yo at 100.5 on your dial. Classic hip hop from back in the days. Tom Joyner in the morning and classic hip hop all day.
Taking it back.
This is Yo music. This is Yo music. The new Yo is back. Now at 100.5 on your radio. The new Yo 100.5. Classic hip hop.
So the injured player for Trinity, Carter Grice, able to get off on his own power, just a cramp, and the officials doing a good job here taking the heat time out while the injured player was on the field.
Heat was a factor. So far, Trinity has done a good job having to play both ways, a lot of guys, and they're still hanging in there with 6:17 left to go. Depth we thought was going to be an issue, but they're able to keep ACA's offense at bay with 6 points, 21-6 right now, 6:17. Big 1st down just picked up by Reese Solar.
Still time here for ACA. They just need to get
a score.
You got to
get 2-point conversion, and then the onside kick's got to work.
So 21-6 Trinity. They've had the big plays on offense.
That timeout on the extra point when they only had 10 men on the field can come back to hurt them too.
That hurts right now because I don't think Trinity was going to do anything but just kick it anyway.
Right.
Just could have left it go. But the timeout was burned, and they have 2 remaining here. As Harmon is out there in the field. A couple different substitute players right now. Looks like Hunt is back out there. He's been the most effective receiver tonight with 5 catches. So 1st and 10. Clock running, 6:10 left now. Solar looking, going for the wheel route here. Looking for Hibbard, and Hibbard caught it. That's an amazing catch. Wow, right in front of us here in midfield. It's a gain of 28 and a 1st down.
Yeah, he dropped that. That time Solar dropped that right in the bucket. But Hibbard had to have extreme concentration with the defensive back draped all over him. Makes a nice play that down the sideline.
Yeah, it was great coverage. They stayed with the coverage was great on the wheel route there. But as you said, he just dropped it in the breadbasket. And 1st and 10 for ACA. They're picking up some chunk plays here now. Back to back. Solar's going to run the option to the left. He cuts it up. There he goes. Inside of 40. Still going. Driving. 35 down to the 33. It's a gain of 17 and another 1st down.
That's the key. Keep the legs going. Keep the legs driving. He does. And now ACA is on the move.
And some Trinity players are slow getting up here. ACA, let's see if they pick up the pace. They have momentum. They've gained 13, 28, and now 17.
You got to go faster. Here you go. Now no huddle. You got to go fast. You have Trinity where you want them on their heels. Keep that going and go fast.
So Solar looks to the sidelines again. Still looking for the play. Play clock now. And we have a whistle by the umpire. I think Trinity has an injured player. Or
wants
no,
a timeout.
Yeah. Timeout Trinity. So we'll take it with them. 5:28 left in this game. ACA on the move is Trinity 21, ACA 6.
Zona Rosa Hillwood Mexican Cafe, located on Zelda Road, minutes from downtown Montgomery, is one of the area's finest Mexican restaurants. From our great lunch selection and value to our tablecloth and candle evening atmosphere for dinner, La Zona Rosa has something to offer all connoisseurs of fine Mexican dining. Come on down today and enjoy some great Mexican. La Zona Rosa Hillwood Mexican Cafe on Zelda Road, minutes from downtown.
So back-to-back chunk plays for ACA, 13-yard run, and then a 28-yard pass completion to Hibbard, and another 17-yard run by the quarterback Solar, and all of a sudden ACA is into Trinity territory at the 33-yard line.
Yeah, a quick strike would be nice here. If you could score with just under 5 minutes, maybe with 4 something, you wouldn't have to do the onside kick. You definitely, obviously, you're going to have to do the 2-point conversion to get within striking distance of 1 touchdown.
So 1st and 10. The clock will start back in on the snap. Brian comes back in the game here for ACA.
Watch that seam route again for Hunt.
Hibbard in motion. They fake that speed sweep to him. Solak takes the left side. He has some room again. As he gets down to about the 25-yard line, he's going to pick up 8 yards. Clock runs 5:20 and counting. And ACA quickly back on the line.
Yeah, no huddle. And you got to go tempo right here.
Solar, again, calling the signals. Hibbard out wide left. Solar's going to take and look to throw. Rolls near side, has time. He's losing it now, throws late, and it goes incomplete. He was looking for Hunt over here, but it does stop the clock with 4:57 remaining, a couple extra seconds ticked off.
Yeah,
there.
home cooking on the clock. Home cooking on the clock. They need to make that 4:59.
So 3rd down and 5, 4 down territory here for ACA. See if they can maybe find Harmon or Clark. Those guys have almost been quiet most of the night. It's been Hunt with most of the catches. Hibbard had a couple big catches out of the backfield. It seems like the slots have been more open than the outside receivers at this point.
They sure have.
And Solar pulls it late. There he goes. He's going to have his 1st down. And he's down into the red zone at the 15-yard line. So 13 yards and a 1st down here for ACA.
Good job again on the quarterback read. He pulled it out of Hibbard's belly and just kept with the quarterback dive there. 4:49 remaining. Stop the clock for momentarily. Now it's running again.
A lot of hands on hips right now for Trinity players. ACA taking their time, looking to the sideline. Now they're ready. Hibbard comes in motion. They're going to give it to him on the little jet sweep. Oh, that looked like a holding penalty. Yeah, they called it. No doubt about it that time. It's going to be a holding penalty on ACA. That'll back them up.
Yep. It's easy to see from up here.
I'm trying the defensive end for Trinity. I didn't get his number. He was doing a good job there trying to extend that play, and that's where the –
yeah, he made Hibbard go wide.
Yeah.
And I don't think he still could have got outside. There's another Trinity defender that sealed the edge there.
So we're going to back this up all the way to the 30, looks like 31, 32-yard line. So it's going to be first down and about 24 for the Eagles.
First and 24.
So Solar then the trips to the left. He's got Brian out there with Hunt. Now look to throw. Going deep for Harmon on the near side is going to go out of bounds, incomplete.
Not a chance on that play. You got to throw that to the end zone and to the inside and let Harmon have an opportunity right up underneath it.
And Solar got hit that time, slow to get up. Second and 24 now. Block stop with 4:13 left. And this time the stoppage and the incomplete pass allows ACA to huddle up again. Hibbert comes out behind Solar for the moment. Play clock down to 10. Bryant and Harmon to the near side. Going to throw a screen out here. That's caught by Harmon, and he's dropped for a minimal gain out of bounds.
Big fourth down here now.
Or
third down.
Third down. You know, give him about maybe a yard or two on the play. It's going to be third down, and clock continues to run. He was out of bounds. The official was telling him to stop it, but several seconds ran off.
You got to put that back over 4 minutes.
They got to fix that. They have it's well over 4 minutes left here. Looks like the back judge is telling them officially what to put, but the head official, the white hat's going to go over to the Trinity sideline and try to get that communicated up to the press box. We can't see it from our vantage point here on the visitor's side, so we'll have to wait for the scoreboard to change over here in the end zone. The south end zone here. 4 minutes officially left, so the last play gained 4 yards. So it's third down and 20 for ACA. Solar looking. It's a hit, hook and sugar. Well, they dropped it. They were going to try to hit Hibbard coming out of the backfield. It was Clark that was going to make the catch and pitch it. And he was not able to hang on to the football.
Yeah, the little hook and ladder play made famous by the Miami Dolphins, and it was there. I think it had some room down the sideline. But as it is, 4th and 20.
Yeah, that play was there. That would have picked up several yards. I don't know if it would have got the first down, but it would have been 4th and maybe 5 or 6. But 4th and 20 for ACA, 3:56 left. And the longest pass of the night has been completed to Hunt, 28 yards and 25 yards. He's over there at the second receiver to the left in the formation. Brian's the inside receiver. And heavy pressure. It's a quick screen, though. Hunt makes the grab, and a nice tackle by the Trinity defense. And it's going to be a turnover on downs, and Trinity has an opportunity to salt this game away.
Yeah, that was that middle screen that was so effective in the first half by Hunt that time, and they did a good job of tackling and getting around the shoestrings, but really limited that play, limited that gain.
So 3:48 left, change of possession, and Trinity has an opportunity here to run out the clock. ACA can only stop it twice. And the big crowd that's gathered here on the visitor side, some of them starting to head to the exits. Make the short drive home here in Montgomery. Henneman gets the carry, right side, not much happening there. And a timeout taken here by ACA.
Yeah, they're going to have to burn all of them, Kane, use every single one of them, hope for a turnover, a strip, a scoop and score, something. is really the only hope they have right now with 3:40 left to go in the game.
So we'll take a break with them. It's 21-6 Trinity. You're watching the Extermatech Pest Control Game of the Week here on the Montgomery Sports Network.
Extermatech Pest Control is a small, passionate, and powerful team. If you have bugs bugging you, join the Extermatech family and have peace of mind that comes from the expertise of a professional company and enjoy their personal service. Extermatech is locally owned and operated. They've been bugging the competition for over 15 years. Each and every customer is important to them. Customer service, their number one goal. Call Extermatech 334-209-4590.
So another first down or two, and Trinity will get out of here 1-0 in region play. I would just basically say it's just an upset when it gets down to it.
It is. It's an upset, but it's a huge upset for Trinity and what they're trying to do with their program, get back on track. I mean, this is the roadmap to get started, and they did.
2nd and 11 for the Wildcats. And Bonner's going to pull it this time. He has some room. He's going to pick up a first down, it looks like. He's out to the 40-yard line. That's going to be a gain of 16. Nice job by Bonner, the quarterback. And we have another stoppage of play. This is for the officials, apparently equipment issue. But John David Bonner, we weren't sure if he was going to start tonight or not. We'd see Rob Chandler, but Bonner has done a great job, and now he may be cramping up as they're out attending to him. With 3.5 left here.
Definitely that kind of night. Bonner's played well. We talked about early in the game that, you know, they had a 2-quarterback system. Who were they going to go with? Who was going to win the team? And he seems to be the guy now down the rest of the year that Trinity will use as their starting quarterback. He's definitely acquitted himself good tonight and earned that job.
Yeah, Bonner tonight throwing the football 7 of 11, 2 touchdown passes, but probably most importantly, no interceptions like the last couple weeks.
Yep.
So his favorite target has been Singletary. Singletary has 91 yards receiving tonight and 2 touchdowns for the game.
Is that a breeze that I feel?
Just a slight one. Just a slight one.
I'm just wondering. I didn't know if it was a fan that came back this way with some of the parents, but I felt a slight breeze.
There was a slight breeze when we first got here, but for about 10 minutes, and then it just stopped, and it's been just dead air all night. So 1st and 10 at the 40 for Trinity. The clock is whistled in, so they don't got to snap the ball to about 3:06 or so.
And they've done a good job of milking that clock. That's exactly what they're supposed to do, is run it all the way down.
Yeah, it's been a well-coached game. They haven't been in a rush at all, playing to their strengths and making plays when they have to. As a handoff to Hinneman, sidesteps a defender. And nice leg drive out to the 49-yard line. He's going to pick up 9 there. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 1.
Still 1 timeout left for ACA. They're choosing not to use it right now, with 2:49 remaining in the football game.
.240 and counting. Play clock at 15. Hinneman still in the backfield with Bonner. Got a tight end in there. Hinneman gets it, and he's going to try to drive, and he's going to go across midfield and have that first down with 2:20 left here in the game.
Yeah, he did not go down right away. Kept his legs moving, kept his legs driving, and that's going to do it right there.
Yeah, big first down. Looks like ACA is just going to concede this one and not call another timeout. So
emptying the bench here, getting some young kids in the game.
Yeah, big crowd here tonight. Some of the people that are standing on the fence have moved out. Some of the visitors have moved out. But the Trinity crowd in the stands over there still packed in. And they're going to enjoy this one tonight here. As Hinneman gets the handoff. No, Bonner pulls it at the last second. And a good job of staying home there by the ACA defense. That was number 3.
Corey Nixon on the play.
Yeah, making the play. And they are going to burn a timeout. That'll be the last one. So we'll take it with them here. 1:55 left from Ragsdale Boykin Field. It's Trinity 21 and ACA 6.
I had a dream, a beautiful dream. I couldn't believe how real it seemed. Up on stage in the field of green, on the winding river, and a song you'll sing. When I wake up, I'll see you here in Montgomery, where dreams come true.
A few scores of local interest here as we have time. Stanhope Elmore with a region win over Ben Russell, 19-0. That's final. Wetumpka leads Calera 30-0 in the fourth quarter. We have St. Paul's over Baldwin County, 17-7. We also have Greenville leading Tallahassee 40-21 in the fourth quarter. A lot of scores starting to roll in. We'll keep updated as we can. Chilton County all over Shelby County, 34-0. So 2nd and 10 here for Trinity. And that's going to be Hinneman again coming their side. Doing a good job staying in bounds there. As the clock ticks under 1:45 now. But I'll reemphasize again, just a great, clean, crisp sportsmanship game between these two schools.
Yeah, they both hit hard. Both teams hit hard. Had some crampage. There was some sloppy play from a penalty standpoint and like turnovers and that kind of thing, but no late hits or nothing like that that would cause any kind of dirty play.
And not even any trash talking.
No,
the players haven't even looked at each other. Every time they looked at the sideline and just get in the huddle and do what they're supposed to do.
Yeah, it's refreshing.
It is. That was going to be my exact words. So you read my brain there.
Like that breeze was refreshing.
So it's a 3rd down and 9 here for Trinity. Hinneman gets the handoff. He has nothing happening there. But Trinity content to let the clock run down. 1 minute left. They'll have to make a decision here of the punt. They'll probably just run another play, I would think.
Yeah, you could run it down to 25 seconds. It would be turned over on downs.
Yeah, they're going to have to play clocks down to 17, 16, 15, game clock of 40. So they can get it down to about 25 seconds here. And they may just call timeout. You know, if you're Trinity, hey, why not? Soak this in.
Yeah, absolutely. You've earned this victory. It's a big victory, your first region win for the year and first time in 3 years that you've beat ACA.
25.5 seconds officially left. We'll keep it right here as the Wildcats will move to 1-2 in the season, but more importantly, 1-0 in Class 4A Region 2. And next week for Trinity, they will go to Headland, and ACA will head back home over to Wares Ferry Road and take on Montgomery Catholic as we move into week 4 of the high school season here in Alabama.
Yeah, that Headland game will be at Headland. As Trinity, this was their first home game. They go back on the road for 2 more before they come home again on 9/28. So really, one of their first 5s at home.
Yeah,
that's whoever their athletic director is making that schedule did the coach no favors.
They can get out of there with another win here in the next 2 weeks. They got that home schedule backloaded. They're going to be tough to beat here
during the down the stretch.
So 4th down and 9. Trinity's going to punt it. I don't see anybody back deep for ACA, so I guess they're going to come after this one.
Yeah, they're going to try to block it.
It's a low snap.
Ooh.
They get it away. It's just going to roll dead. Clock continues to run, and finally, it'll be whistled dead. 14.7 seconds left, so time for maybe 2 plays for ACA. They have no timeouts remaining. We see Solar going back out there.
Yeah, I wouldn't put him back out there, but that's just me. Down 21-6, 14 seconds to go. Let the backup throw one deep. You risk the injury there, and then your season really goes south in a hurry.
So 21-6. And Trinity, big home win. We talked about changing, or basically creating an identity, and Coach Barry Loyal, this is probably the biggest win of his career.
It's a signature win. There's no doubt about it. Signature win for him.
Had to replace the legendary Randy Ragsdale, who won 242 games in 28 years here. And those are some big shoes to fill. Solar's got to look to throw. He's hit. Oh, the helmet came off.
That's exactly what we're talking about. That's the last thing in the world you need to have happen is have him in the ball game where his helmet flies off. He could get concussed there, and then he's out for 3 or 4 games.
Yeah, that'll be the last play. Teams are going to end up live. They just have to whistle it back in here. 7 seconds left. Solar has to come out for a play, so they got to wait officially for him to get to the sideline. But, yeah, that was a dangerous situation there. So 7 seconds left. There we go. They're going to run it down, the 000s, and it is going to be Trinity with the impressive 21-6 victory over ACA here on their home field, defending the turf here in East Montgomery and going to 1-0 in Class 4A Region 2. So our final score, Trinity 21, ACA 6. We're going to take a timeout, come back here and wrap it up from Ragsdale Boykin Field in Montgomery. You're watching the Extermatech Pest Control Game of the Week here on the Montgomery Sports Network.
Experience the history of the first country music superstar and see how Hank Williams transformed country music and sowed the seeds of what was to become American music. Visit the Hank Williams Museum, nestled in historic downtown Montgomery, Alabama. The Hank Williams Museum is one of the top tourist attractions in Alabama. Museum hours are 9 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Monday through Friday, 10 to 4 on Saturday, and 1 to 4 on Sunday. And they offer group rates, AAA, and military discounts.
Montgomery's best country is on Bama Country 98.9 WBAM. Bama Country with Bubba and Christy every weekday morning 5:30 to 10 a.m.
We're gonna have a house party.
Bama Country, playing today's best country and all the country legends. Bama Country 98.9 WBAM. Listen to Bama Country 98.9 WBAM.
And welcome back here where Trinity is a 21-6 winner on the Extermatech Pest Control Game of the Week. It's time for us to wrap things up here from Ragsdale Boykin Field and to reveal our All-Stars as picked by the crew. And the Montgomery Sports Network Offensive All-Star of the game, sponsored by attorney Matt Matthews, is going to be number 14, Jack Singletary, for Trinity.
Yeah, it was between him or Bonner, but Singletary did a great job on that one sideline route, turned something, just a little quick hitch into touchdown, had 2 touchdown receptions, big touchdown receptions for Trinity, so he deserves that award.
And our defensive player of the game for the Montgomery Sports Network, which is sponsored by attorney Matt Matthews for ACA, is going to be number 52, Preston Perry.
Yeah, he was all over the field, had a couple of sacks, made some nice plays, really good run stuffer. And then out in the open field, he limited some damage for Trinity, so he played a nice game at linebacker.
So we'll make sure we send those certificates over to these players and so forth. So we're going to wrap it up here and thank our sponsors again. We're going to take a quick timeout for a few messages from our sponsors, and we'll be back in just a moment here on the Montgomery Sports Network.
La Zona Rosa Hillwood Mexican Cafe, located on Zelda Road, minutes from downtown Montgomery, is one of the area's finest Mexican restaurants. From our great lunch selection and value to our tablecloth and candle evening atmosphere for dinner, La Zona Rosa has something to offer all connoisseurs of fine Mexican dining. Come on down today and enjoy some great Mexican. La Zona Rosa Hillwood Mexican Cafe on Zelda Road, minutes from downtown. Extermatech Pest Control is a small, passionate, and powerful team. If you have bugs bugging you, join the Extermatech family and have peace of mind that comes from the expertise of a professional company and enjoy their personal service. Extermatech is locally owned and operated. They've been bugging the competition for over 15 years. Each and every customer is important to them. Customer service, their number one goal. Call Extermatech, 334-209-4590.
We're not your daddy's rock and roll station. 104.9, The Gump. Montgomery's alternative rock station. 104.9, The Gump. The only radio station in Montgomery playing new rock alternative. 104.9, The Gump. Montgomery's alternative rock station. 104.9, The Gump.
I had a dream, a beautiful dream. I couldn't believe how real it seemed. Up on stage, in a field of green, on the winding river, and a song you'll sing. When I wake up, I'll see you here in Montgomery.
If you're injured on the job, the law requires your employer to pay your medical expenses and cover your lost wages for any work-related injury. Employers and their insurers often try to deny workers' compensation claims or limit your benefits. Whether you're totally disabled and cannot work or if you've suffered some impairment, attorney Matt Matthews has years of experience litigating. For more information, go to the website protectingalworkers.com. That's protectingalworkers.com. Midstate Burglar Bars and Ironworks Incorporated is a locally owned and operated business in Montgomery, Alabama. And we've been in business since 1985 and served Montgomery and the surrounding counties with burglar bars, ironworks. Our philosophy is being honest, dependable, and treating each customer with respect and selling a quality product at a fair price. If you need burglar bars or ironwork of any kind, call Midstate Burglar Bars and Ironworks, Montgomery.
It was 1917. Charlie Chaplin appeared as the Little Tramp, Walt Disney graduated from high school, and Woodrow Wilson was reelected president. And in Montgomery, Chris's sold their very first hot dog. Move forward to the 1950s. Hank Williams was hanging out at Chris's. Up through the 70s and 80s, many stars and politicians discovered Montgomery's little secret. Jump ahead to the new millennium. Riverwalk Stadium, the alleyway, and the new downtown. It's now 100 years later, and Chris's is still serving their world-famous hot dogs at 138 Dexter Avenue. How long has it been since you've tasted the city's most famous hot dog? Make Chris's part of your family history. Still family-owned and operated, Chris's makes every hot dog and hamburger to order. Take Chris's to your next party or event. Call-in orders are welcome. Online at chrishotdogs.com and on Facebook. Chris's Famous Hot Dogs. Taste the tradition.
Time to wrap things up here on the Extermatech Pest Control Game of the Week. Daryl, we see Trinity come out with the upset victory, 21-6 over Alabama Christian, and they jump out to a 1-0 start here in Class 4A Region 2.
Well, they flipped the script on what we talked about with Keys. They had to get some offense. They did. You remember we talked about they had to get in the 20s to win, and they scored 21 points, and they win 21-6. Now, on the flip side of that, I thought Alabama Christian would score at least 3 or 4 touchdowns, and if it was going to be in the 20s, a 24-21 game, very, very impressed with the Trinity defense. They had, they took Solar out of the game for the most part, and when that happened, there were no other options offensively for Alabama Christian. Self-inflicted wounds as well, and that's why Trinity's your 21-6 winner.
They did a good job. Field position with special teams, punting by Barry, pinned them back a couple times, then they had the block punt and the big return by Sasser and so forth.
So all three phases, defense, Trinity played well. Offensively, they played well, and then special teams with the big punt return.
So our final score tonight, 21-6. We'll take a moment here to thank our sponsors here on the Montgomery Sports Network. First, we'd like to thank Extermatech Pest Control, title sponsor. They are locally owned and operated. Extermatech Pest Control is a small, passionate, and powerful team. Voted best in Montgomery. If you have bugs bugging you, call Extermatech. They've been bugging the competition for over 15 years. Call 334-209-4590. We'd also like to thank ProtectingALWorkers.com. Workers' compensation attorney Matt Matthews has many years of experience litigating workers' compensation cases in Alabama. If you are hurt on the job, he can help you get the benefits that you deserve. Visit ProtectingALWorkers.com or call 334-721-4878. The Hank Williams Museum, we'd like to thank them for their sponsorship. This 6,000-square-foot museum is located at 118 Commerce Street. You can take a step back in time and learn about the musical history and life of a Montgomery man who is known as the legendary singer Hank Williams. Browse the large gift shop. Groups are always welcome. We'd also like to thank Chris's Famous Hot Dogs. Chris is celebrating its 101st year in business in the capital city, located just down the street from the Capitol building at 138 Dexter Avenue. Chris's Famous Hot Dogs, taste the tradition. Call orders in advance 334-265-6850. And we'd like to thank Midstate Burglar Bars and Ironworks. Midstate Burglar Bars and Ironworks is a local owned and operated business. They have been in business since 1985 and serve the Montgomery area and the surrounding counties. They build and install burglar bars, AC guards, storm doors, and more. Make sure to check out their decorative handrails. It is a work of art. Their philosophy is being honest, dependable, fair-priced, and to treat each customer with respect. Call Midstate 334-313-9015.
We got American Oak & More. They're committed to offering exceptional furniture at affordable prices. American Oak & More's friendly staff will help you locate exactly what you're looking for, from patio, mattresses, dining, bedroom, living room, entertainment consoles, youth, occasional furniture, and more. Voted best in Montgomery. You don't pay with fake money, so don't settle for fake wood. Call 334-277-7793. La Zona Rosa Hillwood Mexican Cafe, located at 2838 Zelda Road, minutes from downtown Montgomery. They're one of the area's finest Mexican restaurants, from their great lunch selection and value to the tablecloth and candle evening atmosphere for dinner. La Zona Rosa has something for all. Dine in or carry out available. Call 334-274-1153. Industrial Specialty Company Incorporated. Since its inception in 1974, Industrial Specialty Company has built an international reputation as a premier provider of high-quality, precision machine parts and assemblies, custom designed and fabricated industrial equipment. They do fixturing, tooling, aluminum anodizing, and military spec painting. Virtually every operation necessary in creating a part is completed under one roof, enabling Industrial Specialty to control each project each step of the way. Their